mistletoe hung where you can see.
Somebody wait for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
And in case you didn't hear,
Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
oh, hold the mistletoe hung where you can see.
Somebody wait for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
And in case you didn't hear,
Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
All is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night. Shepherds quake at the sight. Glory stream from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is
Let it snow, oh, oh, let it snow. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate to go out in the storm. But if you'll really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate to go out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, And my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, oh, oh, let it snow. We've nowhere to go, so let it snow. Whoa, whoa, let it snow.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Through the ice and snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over fields we go, laughing all the way. Hear those sleigh bells ring, keeping spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to ride and sing a song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. And away, old year passes, la 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 la. And the new year that lashes, la 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 la. Sing with joy as all together, la 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 la. Sing with all the winds and weather, la 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 la.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, tra la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, tra la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la.
dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. The bells on bobtail ring, they make our spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and we got upset. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, so go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing the sleighing song. Just get a bobtail nag, 240 for his speed. Then hitch him to an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Now I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, the mistletoe is hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you're watching this, or whatever time it is you're watching this. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Not too much going on this weekend as far as college football. Well, I mean, I did watch a little bit of the Army-Navy game, but yeah, that's about it. That's about the gist of it. That's about the gist of it. So it was a good weekend, though. It was a good weekend. I actually have finished all my Christmas shopping except for Uncle Lou. So what do you think about that?
I think you should get him a stocking full of coal.
A stocking full of coal. So, well, okay. So the New Orleans trip was supposed to be like our Christmas present to each other, just because I mean, the flights, the tickets for the the flight, and then. I mean, the good thing is that we didn't have to pay, or he didn't have to pay anything for the hotel that we stayed at. But yeah, I mean, the flight, to whatever. Anyway, so we had kind of decided when we planned this trip that this was gonna kind of be our early Christmas present to each other. But then we decided to put like a cap on our Christmas, like a like a
A
money
cap on spending.
right, like a cap on spending on something for each other for Christmas this year. So again, I actually I did just finish up my Christmas shopping like today. I mean, I had to go grocery shopping, and I don't know if you have these where you are. You guys have Kroger grocery stores there, right, in Florida?
We do, but I have yet to see one. But I think we do.
Okay. So when I moved out to Grovetown, I used to live in Augusta, but Richmond County, I guess you could say. It's so, there's all these like subsidies inside of the city that you live in. I mean, Augusta is the actual city that I live in, but then like the subsidy that I live in is like Grovetown. I don't know. But you understand what I'm saying, right? So anyway,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like in Baton Rouge, you have certain areas.
Right.
Little subsections, yeah.
Right. So there is a Kroger that's like probably like 3 miles down the road from where I live in Grovetown that is actually it's honestly it's like a Walmart. So they sell like clothes, shoes, like it's like a smaller version of Walmart, right? But I
like
mean,
a super Kroger.
yeah, like it's a super Kroger. That's I mean, I think the general name for it is like Kroger Marketplace. But yeah, I mean they sell whatever you need. You can find it there. So I basically just got. Like, I didn't do really too much for my nieces and nephews. I mean, like, I have one nephew that's, like, under the age of, like, 16. He's actually 10 or 11 years old, so he's like, the youngest out of all my nieces and nephews. He's my older sister's son. So, I wanted to, I think last year I got him, like, a gift card or something like that. But, I mean, since he's, like, the youngest out of all the children, like, I wanted to make sure that I got him something that he could, like, unwrap,
right?
Because I that's just so fun, to watch watch little kids like unwrap presents. You know what I'm saying? So now, like my older nieces and like most of my nieces and nephews are like older, so I just got gift cards for them, like gift cards to Amazon for them, which I assume anybody would enjoy getting a gift card to Amazon. So yeah. So for the most part, my Christmas shopping is done. I mean, I'm done. The only person that I have to shop for is Lou. So,
hang on.
So yeah,
okay, I had a tickle in my
You
throat.
got a tickle in your throat. Well, let me do roll call.
Okay.
We'll do that. So again, I want to welcome everybody to this episode or edition or whatever, however you want to put it, Bad Bitch Fuel. We've got TK on here early because she actually got out of work early. So yay!
Wee!
Yay for that!
Did you start the show early?
No, I usually start around 4:45 so I can play the 15 minutes of
do
music.
the music. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
15 minutes of music
Okay.
because I've gotten complaints in the past about my intros are too long. So yeah. Before I do roll call, does everything sound? I know on your end it sounds fine because you're hearing me through StreamYard, but I know last week there was issues I think with OBS. So far it looks like everything is good on my end. So how do I sound to those in the chat? Let me know. So Third and Nate, welcome. He was the first one in here. Matt Dumit. The Uncle Lou, who had a very busy day today putting together a weight bench set for his son for Christmas.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm waiting to hear about that after I get done with the show. Nate's wife's dump truck is in the chat. Welcome, Nate's wife's dump truck. Young Citrus, Vic2 Productions, Celine Driver, who says Happy Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to you. Let's see. Brad Pitt. Brad. Is that how you say? Do it for me.
Bread.
Pitt.
Bread. Hey, bread.
Yeah. Stingray. CJ. Who else do we have here? Let the Big Dog Eat. I'm sure we'll have more folks trickle in here as the time goes on. I feel like that I may have set it up a little later than usual just because I was trying to find a thumbnail picture for to kind of commemorate like Christmas coming up and everything like that, and it took me forever to like get it to like transfer to like a JPEG, like a JPEG picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up having to email it to myself and then using it that way, because every picture that I try to download, like it was downloading it as like a web, like a web browser a pic. So it wouldn't let me, transfer it from, after I downloaded it to my desktop to the little thumbnail thing. So yeah, so I figured out how to do it though. So without any help from anybody, I didn't even have to ask anybody. Yay! I'm coming along. I'm
Aw.
coming along.
Aw,
I think.
you go,
Yeah.
girl. You go, girl.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
Welcome to Bulldog JC, who just joined the chat. Welcome. So my little spiel, and then we'll move right along. So
Okay.
for those of you that already know, if you'd like to support the channel and myself, the links to my Cash App and PayPal are in the description of this video. Of course, as Celine Drive would say, never expected but always appreciated. So yeah, anything you would like to donate to help support me and the channel would be amazing. And then also make sure that you're hitting the thumbs up. There's 15 people in here currently watching and only 8 likes or 8 thumbs up. I'm sure we can even that out there. We can
You
even
know
that
what,
out.
too, girl? Sorry. On my show Wednesday, I didn't see that many people, but there was other like college YouTubers on, so I didn't think much about it, right? But when I finished my show, it showed like 0 views, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't count anybody that was in there almost.
Yeah, sometimes
So-
I think it's a YouTube problem.
Yeah. It's like a glitch. Like how do I know? Because the way I count, like after I know about how many on average I get, right? And so when I look at what I'm since it finished, how many I've gotten plus what is normally in my chat room matches everything. So I'm wondering if there was even sometimes people in the chat room and it's just not even showing them because
Yeah.
it's glitching so bad. Because like why, it just was weird. I don't know. It happened to me Wednesday. So
Well, StreamYard also did this new thing too, which I never tested it on my phone, but you know how people were having issues if they were using an Android phone and they were calling in and like using the link for StreamYard to get on other people's shows, like there was an echo. There was a really bad echo. Now it was only on Android devices.
that's because Android is subpar and in fear. I'm just kidding.
Girl, you really want to get into this discussion?
No, because that's why I said it. Because,
Yeah.
But you know what? I got to tell you something. I met someone who is the same way. He's y'all are gonna get along because he's like one of those anti-iPhone people.
Well,
so.
look, I'm not anti-iPhone. I mean, I have used an iPhone before. Now, I prefer like Android just because I feel like we've had this discussion before. I take a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. And like the memory on iPhones for something like that is so like like you said, subpar compared to like an Android. And the one thing that I actually do like about Android phones too is they have an expandable memory as well. Now the phone I'm using now does not, because I guess there's these new things like like the cloud and shit like that, or whatever. Or with an Android phone, now they have this thing called like Google Pics or something like that, where you can store all your shit in like a Google Drive or something like that, which I have yet to use. I guess I need to figure that out. But that was one of the things that I absolutely loved about Android phones, was that you could get phones with like expandable memories where you could put like a little memory chip, like a memory card in them. My old phone that I used to have before this one that I'm using now had that, and I absolutely loved it. Now, granted, the iPhone that I did use was, a long time ago, and I think it was like an iPhone 4. So,
yeah.
I understand that they continue to do a lot of advancements with iPhones and shit like that, but even still, like my kids, like my 17-year-old, my middle son, he got a phone upgrade for his birthday, which was December 5th, but, he got the phone early because he really needed a new phone. And I think he upgraded to like Now he might be still a little bit behind those other ones, but I think he upgraded to like an iPhone 10 or something like that, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, usually when I upgrade their phones, I try to like get a phone that's got like see, and I don't even know how all this shit works either. Like I try to get more gigabytes, I guess. Is that the correct way to
Yeah, I
say it?
think yeah,
Yeah,
gigabytes,
like a phone with more
gigs.
gigabytes or gigs or whatever like that every time I upgrade them. My daughter's actually getting an upgrade on her phone for her birthday, which is her birthday's in January. She'll be turning 14. But I mean, they complain to me about the same things too. About the like, my daughter likes to take a lot of pictures as well too. So she's constantly getting those messages from iPhones like you need to delete some pictures or videos or whatever because your space is your storage space is full or something like that. But yeah, but I mean they like their iPhones, and I mean I think iPhones are good for people like that, like teenagers who are still in school and stuff like that, because they're very well, I say they're very easy to use, but I don't know how to use one. I mean, like, I can do the basic stuff on an iPhone, but, like, I mean, I was trying to take a screenshot on my son's phone the other day, and I was like, how do you take a screenshot? you know?
Yeah.
Because with
But
my
once you get it, it's easy.
Right. So, like, with my phone, like, all you have to do is kind of, like, just wave your hand in front of the screen, and it takes a screenshot for you.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just say hi and it takes a screenshot?
Well, I mean, basically, like, so, like, if you're holding the phone in your hand, and like with one hand, you're holding the phone, and your other hand, if you kind of just like wave your hand in front of whatever, like whatever you have on the screen, it takes a screenshot for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Well, see, and don't you have that phone? Because I work with a guy who has that, like it's not an iPhone, obviously, it's an Android, but it opens up
Yeah, so it's the
sideways
Samsung
like a
Flip.
book.
Yeah, it's a Samsung Flip phone.
Uh huh.
I mean, it's still a
See,
smartphone.
those look cool to me and stuff. But I have iTunes. I wouldn't know how to sync it. Like I've gotten so used to Mac, I can't go back.
See, that's how my sister
Jack.
is too. My sister and like her husband and her kids, like they're the same way. I mean, like she's used Mac for as long as I can. I mean, as far back as I can remember. So, I mean, I'm not sure if she'd even know how to use. So, of course, she got my mom, which I guess it's okay for my mom to have an iPhone because, like I said, they're very user friendly from what I've been told. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so she got my mom hooked on an iPhone. So like everybody else in my family does do iPhones. Like my sister, her husband, my older sister and her husband, they use iPhones. My younger sister and her husband and their kids, they use iPhones. My mom uses an iPhone. I'm the only one in my
Well,
family
yeah, because
that uses an Android. So
you never got to that point. See, what happens is like I've bought over the years, okay, a lot of stuff on iTunes, even before they had the iPhone, when they had like iPods and, those kind of things.
mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I get an Android or something, I won't be able to play any of that stuff. I don't think you can. It's
I
like
mean,
they
I know.
trap you. They trap you and then they imprison you to their way of the Apple for the rest of your life. But you know what? I will say this. Every time I had a PC, I always had issues. Even though I had virus scanner, I always had issues. You always had to, I felt like it was always being messed with. I never have issues with Mac.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Phone,
See, I can say the
computer,
same
nothing.
thing. Well, I can say the same thing about like Android phones. I've never had an issue with Android phones. So yeah, I mean, so it's just one of those things. To each their own, Like, I mean, I don't. I know.
Well, I was thinking more on
knew
the
Lou makes fun
computer
of
side,
people.
though.
Oh, on the computer. Well, I wouldn't know about that
More on
because
the
I've
computer
actually
side,
never.
yeah.
I've never used a Mac. Yeah, like a Mac. I've never used a Mac, so I wouldn't know. I've always had Dell, Dell computers or laptops.
I used to have like HP, Dell, all
HP,
those
Dell.
things.
Yeah. So, no, it's not the Stone Ages, Nate. If you guys have not. Come on. I'm sure you guys have seen the commercials for these. I mean, it's still a smartphone, but it's basically just a flip phone. So I know Motorola makes one, like a newer flip phone, and the one that I have is the Samsung flip phone, and they actually just made a newer version of the one that I have now. So look, I'll put it on.
And it opens into like a tablet, but a sideways tablet, and he like texts on a big it
Oh,
makes the
so
keyboard bigger.
he's got a so he doesn't
It
have
opens
a
like a
flip,
book.
right? So he doesn't
Yeah,
have a
it
flip phone. He has a fold, like he has a
fold
phone.
phone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I
Like
actually
I think
consider
it's
getting the fold
cool.
phone too, and I've seen people use those fold phones. Like there was actually a lady I think in the airport when we were waiting. I can't remember where it was. I think it was in Atlanta. But yeah, that was waiting, and she was using a fold phone. So which at first I thought when I was at first glance I was like, it look because it look when it folds open, it actually looks like almost like the size of a small little tablet,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is that what his looks like?
Yeah,
when he
like a
folds it
tiny
open?
tablet.
Yeah, like a
But
tiny
instead
tablet.
of being elongated, it's more wide.
Right,
like a book.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I mean like I considered getting a fold instead of a flip, but I mean I saw
It made his keyboard huge so he could type easier.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So I kind of like that, but again, I mean, because I know that when eventually I get a new computer because I'm streaming, I want to get a MacBook like Pro type thing, like one of the kinds they use for streamers, gamers, those kind of things. But the phone, I don't think that would matter so much, except for the fact that I do listen to stuff I downloaded on iTunes in the car, just like, you know what I'm saying, like driving, but that's it. I mean, like if I have a Mac computer, I still have all my stuff. I just wouldn't have it in my phone. And I could have a cool phone like that.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, so I just recently signed up for Sirius satellite radio in my car, and I would normally not do this, but Lou actually got, I don't know if it was an email of some sort or something like that said he was able to get Sirius satellite radio for a year or 3 years. I can't remember. I think it's 3 years for $5.99 a month. So he sent me the link to whatever that's
3 whole years?
I think it's like 3 years. Yeah, like 3 years for $5.99 a month. And I think normally it runs just depending. Like I think the lowest package you can get for Sirius satellite radio, I think is either like $15.99 a month or $19.99.
Yeah,
a
it's
month.
something
I can't
crazy
remember.
like that.
Yeah, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this. So yeah, so I'm paying like $5.99 a month for Sirius satellite radio. And yeah, it's amazing, girl. I love it.
Really?
I love it. Yeah.
I used to have it in my Mustang, and then I thought, well, because then I was living in Texas. I didn't. I think I continued the subscription for maybe 1 year or something, but I'm like, I'm not in the car enough to really use it because it was only in my car, right? I didn't have it on my internet for whatever reason. That was extra, and I'm like, okay, so. But when I was Uber eating, that would have been great to have. You know what I mean? Because you're always in your car. And when I deliver for my job, but we use the company car. So, I mean, it's not like like I use my car. So I still since I don't Uber eat anymore, I guess what I'm trying to say is, but $5.99 a month is not that expensive.
No, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, yeah.
And it does take me a little bit of a hot minute to get, maybe about a half a hot minute to get to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
15, 20 minutes,
Yeah. I mean, I tell you, it makes like the drive that I have to do on Fridays, it makes it
well,
it
yeah,
a lot
see,
more
for you, it's
enjoyable.
perfect.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
it's perfect.
So
yeah.
Well, I mean, there is that time frame between like 8 and 10 that I listen to, like Lou if he does a morning show on Fridays, and then Pete when he was doing the midday show from like 11 to 1 or whatever. And there's also like a certain local radio station that I listen to in the mornings, but that it starts at like 7 a.m. So, but I'm in my car like at 4 o'clock in the morning, so from like 4 to like 7, like I listen to Sirius radio. And of course with it being Christmas, Like I just
You're
flipped it
loving
to
that
yeah
Christmas
yeah like
music.
I just flipped it to like the holiday Sirius satellite radio station, and yeah, I mean it's amazing. I love it. I
So
love
what do
it.
you like more? The classic old time, like with Nat King Cole, people
Yeah,
like that who sing it,
yeah.
or the new stuff? I
I
like
mean
the old stuff.
I'm more
I
the
like
old
both for different
classic. Yeah.
reasons. Yeah.
I mean, like the
Yeah.
newer stuff I like just depending on who's singing it, but I can tell you right now I don't like any Christmas music by Mariah Carey. I'm throwing that out there right
Because
now.
did they overdo it? Did you like it
I
in the
just
beginning?
yeah, maybe the very first time that very popular song of hers ever, yeah, that very popular Christmas song that ever came out, I can't, first came out, I enjoyed it, but it's just so overplayed now, and there's so many memes now that are going around, like right after Thanksgiving, there's a meme that I've been seeing going around that, like, Mariah Carey's defrosting, you guys get ready, or something like that, so, but yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
really?
yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
that's so
look,
funny.
I was a huge fan of Mariah Carey in the 90s, so it's not like I absolutely hate her, but yeah, I mean, that one, you guys know what song I'm talking about by Mariah Carey, right? The one
Yeah,
Christmas
of
song by
course.
Mariah Carey. It's just
They
so,
say that don't they say now that they consider it almost like Jingle Bells? Like they're saying something like that it's becoming or it has become almost as traditional as these other songs. If I don't know how though, because those are how many years old are these traditional
right, the
Christmas songs?
traditional songs. Yeah, like,
You
by
know?
Bing Crosby,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
But I
Now
mean like
look,
hey, like
I really love Michael Bublé. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Like any kind of
Michael Bublé,
yeah, any kind of
Bublé,
Christmas music that he sings, I mean, like it melts my heart like butter. It's like butter.
like butter,
Yeah, he's just
like
got
hot
such an
butter.
amazing voice, and like I mean, like he's like he reminds me of like Frank Sinatra,
Oh yeah.
yeah, Bing Crosby, yeah, I mean he has that voice kind of like that, like he's got that voice that reminds me of those singers like that.
Right.
BB
Well, I
says
mean those
YouTube gonna shut this channel down. Mariah Carey's the queen of Christmas. Okay, all
the
right,
queen of
yeah.
Christmas.
So I mean, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So that's my
Uh,
opinion. So yeah, cancel Battle Angel. Hashtag cancel Battle
All
Angel
I want
because she
for
doesn't like Mariah Carey
Christmas.
Christmas. Well, how's your Christmas shopping going? Have you gotten all your Christmas shopping done?
Girl, yeah, I'm trying to do yeah, no. Yeah, no. I try to get as many hours in as I can at work, and then I'm still trying. Cause see, my brother-in-law hurt his back, right? Uh, and I'm still trying to move stuff in my so I'm basically kinda doing it right now, not at this very moment
Mm-hmm.
right now by myself. I have some help that I'm gonna be starting to get more stuff out of our big storage room this week,
Mm-hmm.
on my days off. Like, whenever I have a day off, I have to make it count.
Yeah. No, I
I
feel
have
ya.
so
I feel
much
ya.
shit to do before January. Like, I didn't realize it's just so tiring because it's on the second floor, and I'm just I need to get more fit too, And I'm sore a lot. My back hurts, my neck, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just tired a lot
I
right now.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I finished. I hear you. I mean, and here's the thing, like Lou and I went. We did a little bit of Christmas shopping on Saturday because he had to do some grocery shopping, and we just figured while we were out, we kind of look around to see because I think there's a few people that he still has to buy stuff for, but I don't know, like. I don't like to. I don't know. Like I like when it comes to Christmas shopping, I kind of like to do that by myself. Does that? I don't know if that makes like any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that's basically really the only thing that I can do by myself. Like is shopping, whether it be grocery shopping or any kind of like but yeah, but I kind of like to do that by myself because I like to kind of browse around and like, you know, like kind of
Right.
look at everything. I mean, like I already knew that I was getting gift cards for my nieces and nephews and like my sisters and their significant others. Like, you know, we always just give each other money. So, you know, yes, BB, my tree was put up the week before Thanksgiving because I was leaving to go to New Orleans the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So my kids were not. Yeah, so I put my tree up. What, almost 3 weeks ago? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Um, so where was I at? Oh
The
yeah. So
gift.
yeah. So I was saying that I always give money to my sister and her husband. Um, but like there's always that one certain person that is very very difficult to shop for because they're the type of person that if they want something they'll just buy it for themselves, and that's Lou. Like my ex was like that though too. My ex was very very hard to shop for, whether it be for like, you know, an anniversary or like a birthday or anything like that, because anything that he wanted he would just go out and buy for himself. You know, Lou
Right.
is the same way. So it's very very difficult to buy any kind of gift for Uncle Lou because of that factor right there.
Well, would it, but okay. So in other words, so what do you like ask him what he wants?
I mean, that's what
Or
we
I mean,
have
how
been
do you know
doing.
he's bought it?
That's the
Or
thing.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, that's what we've done these last couple of Christmases that we spent together. Like he'll basically say, "Hey, you know, let me know a couple of things that you want for Christmas," and like so I'll send him like last year. He, you know, like he was having a very hard time trying to, you know, find me something for Christmas, and I sent him a link for like wireless like earbuds for my phone. So yeah, so that's basically what we do. That's how we like know like what each other
Roll.
wants. Right, exactly. So
Yeah.
so he's been asking me
Wish.
what I've been
Oh,
wanting. Jay Shive says an air fryer.
an air fryer. Is that a troll thing by Lou, or has he honestly never tried food from an air fryer?
I think he has tried food from an air fryer. You know, whether or not like he'll actually own up to it, you know, is a different story. But
Because I
yeah.
can't tell if he's trolling or not. Because
Well, I mean, he does have a deep hatred for air fryers. But I mean, I have been telling him for as long as we've been together that, you know, when we get a place together, my air fryer's coming with us, and there's nothing that he's gonna say about it because that's all there is to it. My air fryer's coming with me. So
well, you know, like I was never a person who thought, "Oh, I need to get an air fryer. I need to get an air fryer," right? But one time I had gotten, well, when I came to this camper, and I got smaller appliances, you know, like I got a small air fryer that's more for like one person for a small meal kind of
mhm.
thing, right?
Mhm.
And, you know, when you put leftovers in it, they taste better than when you had it the first time. I can totally tell a difference between the microwave
And an air fryer,
and an air
right?
fryer. It's a
It
complete
is.
difference. So I don't know if he's trolling, because there's no way that anybody can say that there's not a difference.
There's a huge difference. There's an
It's like
absolutely
a
huge
gigantic
difference.
radiation. There's no radiation in the air fryer.
And like your food doesn't come out soggy either, because
Yeah, it doesn't come
anytime you
out
nuke
soggy. It
something
comes
in the
out crispy
microwave,
and juicy.
right, right, right. Uncle Lou says X can't boil water. She'd love that fucking air fryer. Well, I mean, I can boil water, and I can look. I'm not saying that I we've had this discussion before. Look, it's
It
not
just
that
tastes
it's
better.
not that I can't cook. I can cook. I just don't enjoy cooking. That's like, I mean, like I would rather bake than actually cook. You know, I don't know if that's, but yeah, for some reason I would actually rather bake something than actually cook like something. Now, I don't mind cooking. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind cooking, and I'll do it. You know, and I do it. I do it every day. Just about every day, you know, for my kids. I cook for them every day, you know. I just that's not, you know how people, there are people out there in the world. I mean, there's probably, you know, billions of people out there in the world that actually enjoy cooking. You know, like I know my sister enjoys cooking. My brother-in-law enjoys cooking, you know.
Oh
Um
my god, my brother-in-law, every Thanksgiving, well, his mom is doing it too, but he would cook the entire thing if he could.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just cooks and cook every day. He cooks, even though he works full time and has a bad back. He cooks because he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he loves it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah. So that
I
I mean
wish I
that's
loved
where I
it
stand.
more.
See, me
Yeah.
too. Because I
I
would
mean, I
be
don't mind it because I really enjoy eating my own cooked food.
right.
I
Right.
prefer to, but it's just having to go through it and then clean the dishes and all that. But I, like I said, it's easier for me to get in the groove. Once I'm in a groove, I'm going in the groove.
Right, right.
You
And
know?
that's the thing too. Like if I enjoyed, I'm the same as you. I wish I did enjoy cooking a lot more because if I did enjoy cooking a lot more, I would probably venture out and like try new recipes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But just because it's
Right.
not my most favorite thing in the world to do, I'm not the type of person to like look at recipes for different things that I've never tried before. Um, I, th- yeah. So like if Nate had come into town to visit us, like Lou and me, and he brought that damn whatever that what was it, that 3 bean whatever casserole shit, and I mean, like, according to Mrs. Pete and Pete, it was like they had like 100 ingredients to it. I would have been like, fuck that, I'm not making
Oh
this.
my God. So Nate, wait,
I might be
hang on.
exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, they made it seem like that just the ingredients alone for whatever this 3 bean casserole thing was, or 3 bean, I don't even know what it's called, some sort of bean thing, that he had a recipe for that he brought, and like he brought special beans too, like he had special beans in his luggage, that he brought for this particular bean dish that he wanted Mrs. Pete to make.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, yeah. Like I said, if I enjoyed cooking, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm up for the challenge or whatever. But yeah, because I don't.
I would have
enjoy
told
cooking,
Nate to leave his recipes at home and we're going to McDonald's.
No,
And he
look,
needs to
I'm
shut
not.
his mouth.
Right, B Bean
I'm just
says, "Oh
teasing.
my God, Battle Angel dissing Nate's beans. What the fuck?" I'm not dissing his beans. I'm just saying, for me, I would definitely not have been as patient as Mrs. Pete's and Pete were with that whatever that bean recipe thing was. Because according to them, there was a lot of ingredients and it was a lot of prep time. Like just soaking you had to like soak the beans, themselves for
I hope
like
ask
overnight.
Nate
I
if
think.
ask Nate if he said thank you after.
I'm sure he did. I haven't seen him in the comment section in a little bit, but I'm not even sure if he's still listening or not. But I'm sure he did. He was very grateful and thankful when he came and stayed with Lou, so I'm sure he
Yeah.
was. So
I love Nate. I love
B Bean
Nate.
says he's taking my dislike of beans personally. LOL. Look, I mean, I
So
don't
wait
have.
a minute. It
Look,
was just
I'm not.
all kind of beans, just a whole bunch of beans, and
Yeah. If Nate, if you're still listening, what was that? What was it? Some sort of bean? Yeah, like it was like a 5 bean. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it was called. I don't know. So, but it was some sort of bean dish that. Yeah, like I said, the prep time itself was took a little bit of time, and then like the cooking of the beans that took a little bit of time, and then all the ingredients that were involved in it that was like a lot too as well. Now I don't know if I remember correctly, I think when he came to visit Lou, he didn't really have too much of any kind of special request as far as cooking. I think.
oh, but didn't he ask? Did he also have Pete make him a tri-tip? He kept talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think one day.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like, so he had a whole list of requests when he got there. Recipes ready, requests, for the menus and all. Did he have a whole menu? I would like to know, Nate, did you have an entire menu already planned out, or did you just kind of want a certain couple of dishes and
Oh,
then was
thank you,
going to
Jay
be
Shipe.
surprised?
Santa Marie beans. That's what it was called. Santa Marie beans.
Santa Marie beans.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. I couldn't. Oh, he said third. Nate says yes, he did. He had a whole menu. Now he didn't do.
Oh
He
my
didn't do that with
God.
Lou. I don't think. I don't think he had like a menu picked out for for Lou when he came to
Because
visit Lou.
Nate, it's smart than you think. I'm just sorry. Lou would have been like, "We're going to get Tommy fries, okay? Come on."
Oh well, we did take him to get Tommy fries, and we did
Pete,
take him to
well, no,
get
but I'm
chicken
saying like Mrs.
nachos.
Pete is so dang, she loves to cook too. I
She
mean, neither,
does.
I mean,
She
I know that
does.
you both cook, but you're not necessarily people that love to cook, right? I mean, Lou doesn't love to cook, does he?
Um, he likes to grill more than he likes to cook. So we
Well, that's a
actually,
guy
yeah,
thing.
we actually
Yeah.
had a discussion about that. We were at, where were we? Oh, we were eating actually, and like at Carolina Ale House, I think it was, and they had some sort of like I don't know if it's a competition, but they were giving away basically for like I guess like their loyal customers. So they were giving away like a grill, like a very it was a nice grill. And that was one thing that he said. He said, when we get a place together, that's one thing that he's definitely going to invest in is a grill because he loves to grill. So I was like, okay, I'm cool with
Yeah.
that. I was
Well,
actually at the
and
grocery store today
that's
with my kids, and when we go to the grocery store, like I tell them, I'm like, okay, you guys give me a list of things that you want me to make like every day, So this is just something new that we started up. So like you guys tell me what you want to eat, and I'll cook it, whatever. So we were browsing through like the meat section, and I got some ground beef and some chicken for like taco. Like we always do taco night on Tuesday, so I do chicken tacos and beef tacos, like ground beef tacos. Because my daughter doesn't eat ground beef tacos, like she prefers chicken tacos, but that's a story for a different day. And so like I picked up the meat for all that. We do like one breakfast for dinner one night too. So I picked up some bacon, and they like the thick cut bacon. So
yeah.
so yeah, so I got like a pound and a half of the thick cut bacon to do breakfast one night. And then like my son was like, "Hey, can we get some steaks?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Why? Because you don't know how to cook them?" I was like, "No. If I make steaks, I would rather grill them than actually make them. Like pan fry steaks."
Like,
So
yeah,
yeah,
right.
I said, I
Yeah.
mean, to me that just tastes better. But
And grilling is just kind of a guy, even, a lot of guys, even those who may not like to cook, may like to grill.
mm-hmm.
It seems like more of a guy thing, I guess. Like, remember you watched Friends? Remember that
Yes,
episode with when Joey and Chandler came in? Rest in peace, Matthew
yeah,
Perry.
Matthew Perry. I
Uh,
know.
I know, very sad. And they come in, and he had some coals or something. Like Chandler had some coals or something on his shoulder, and Joey's like, "Men are here. Men cook meat.
Yeah. It's funny though,
Men
cause my
always cook the
yeah.
meat."
Listen, my older sister, like she loves to grill. Like anytime we go over to her house and they have like a little gathering where they're grilling stuff, like she will not let my brother-in-law grill.
Oh,
She
my
yeah.
brother-in-law
She
is like
loves to do
he's
all the
got all
grilling.
kinds of grills.
Yeah. So
I mean,
she
well, he loves to cook everything,
yeah.
anything, everything.
Yeah. Quick shout out. I'm not gonna say your name because I think this might be your government name, your government name.
Government
But
name.
SB for the PayPal, I appreciate out. All it says is press on. Appreciate that, SB.
Ah,
Yeah, press on.
press on.
Yep. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna press on here. So
Exact. Oh, really quick. How could I forget? I'm so sorry. Congratulations to a Mr. Jaden Daniels for winning the Heisman last night.
oh, did he really?
Yep.
How
Yep.
did we miss watching that? So I guess I don't know. I guess we were busy. Well, he was busy. Well, he streamed the Army Navy game too. Well, congratulations. Yes, to
I
Jaden
know.
Daniels.
I'm happy for him, and it's a good way to end off the season. It didn't go the way I would have. The best, well, that was the best as far as when it comes to skill and stuff for to happen to us this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the second best thing would have been to have a bowl game against Notre Dame. I'm like bummed, girl. Like, why are they so stupid? Those little bowl games shouldn't matter. I don't care. Those should be the ones that should be about the money.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody watches them to begin with. You know how many people will be watching Notre Dame versus LSU just for the drama factor of it? I mean, I guess you have to be like, I don't know, just stupid to work in television or work on a committee that decides what's good and what's not good. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you have to be stupid because it seems common sense to me that we were both 9-3,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know? Wisconsin versus LSU is a snooze fest. I mean, I'm going to force myself to watch it because
Right.
I have to support my team, but I'm not going to be enjoying it
Right.
at all.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't. Yeah. Well, I
I don't
mean,
know
we
either.
obviously know that we're not going to get into that, but we obviously know that that the whatever the playoff committee is not making the right decisions.
Right. Like that's a whole different issue.
That is a
Like,
whole different
if-
issue. You're right.
yeah, so they need to make a set of rules for that because what exactly constitutes a playoff contender?
Right.
Well, everything's changing next year anyway, so it's not even going to matter.
Yeah.
But if we were to have continued to go this path with 4 teams and that was it, and doing it the way we were doing it, I bet you things would have had to have changed after
Yes.
this year because it was a little bit too obvious.
Welcome, Evan.
I don't
No
know.
worries about being late. We barely just begun. Actually, I feel like we've barely just begun, but we've been on for like 43 minutes. 43 minutes. Actually, yeah, about almost an hour we've been on with the 15 minutes of music
sorry.
that I played in the beginning. So, speaking of Notre Dame, not sure if those of you that are subscribed to a One Tiger Cats. If you guys saw her little video upload that she did yesterday or last night, but I have some questions. So at first glance at the title of the video, yeah, I was a little confused. I was like, but then having go back and read it, yeah, I've got some questions. So. What's been going on with you lately, my friend?
Well, crazy things. I said this, and actually I think I said it in the video. I met the guy that used to live in the condo that I own now. And he's a really cool dude. We've been hanging out and stuff, and that was him on the video, but I didn't want to put him on video yet because I mean nobody even I had told him because he eventually wants to, right now he knows that I'm kind of self-conscious about things, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I'm saying is his name is going to be Notre Dame, because when he told me his regular YouTube screen name, I said, no, you're going to have to change that. So I said, let's think of something. And he's a Notre Dame fan. So I said, you'll be Notre Dame. And he liked it too. So if you see Notre Dame, tell him hi. And yeah, he's a good friend of mine. So yeah. And last night was so cool. Like I actually do have more footage of some other boats that came back. See, that wasn't the actual parade. Those were just boats coming back home that
Right.
went to see the parade. Some of them went by that were actually parade worthy, so they were probably in the parade.
Right. No,
but
BB,
I was
Notre Dave, Dave, V as in Victor. So
V as in Victor,
yeah, V as in
Notre
Victor.
Dave.
Notre Dave, but he is a Notre Dame fan, right?
Right.
Right. Okay.
That's why I said do that,
Right.
because I thought it was cute.
So Uncle Lou says, "Are you really fucking a Notre Dame man? Is he 90?"
Oh my God.
Oh. No, he's not 90. Okay, he's not 90.
First of all, he's not 90. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just you don't even have to answer the question. So you don't even
See,
have to
poor,
answer the
see, like
question.
he, no, no, but see, if he's listening now and he heard that, he's gonna be like probably shocked. I told him, I kind of tried to, I said, you might be shocked at what you see some of these people comment, but trust me, I get what they're doing. You may not
Right.
like. I'm trying to. You know how like a cat or a dog has to wean their baby, or a woman has to wean the baby from the breast.
Yes.
I have to wean him onto the community. I have to wean him
Yeah. Look, if you're
on
getting
to the bosom of the community.
look, I can just hear I can just hear you explaining the community and I mean I'm sure it probably sounds very similar to the way Lou explained the community to me when I first became a part of this community. So so yes, and I mean that little speech about how he needed to change his YouTube name. The same thing was told to me when when I became a part of this community. He's like, oh no, you can't use your
I,
real name.
but I told him about all of us friends, the inner crowd, the inner circle. You know, I told him there's going to be. I'll let you know who's the cool one. Like basically, mostly everyone who goes to the, to the
Slob
events that
Olympics,
we
yeah, the
know.
slob
I mean,
events, yeah.
well, but I love a lot of people I love a lot of people that I haven't met yet. Like I love Rick, Rick Sanchez and people like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I'm ever going to meet them in real life.
Yeah,
So, but my point is, I forgot my point. Oh yeah, I said you're going to see a lot of crazy things. You're going to see a lot of trolling comments. You may see some things that might shock you, even. But just trust that, like, you're going to meet the normal people.
yeah, yeah.
Even though they may say crazy things, you're going to see that they're okay people. Like,
Right,
so,
right, yeah.
yeah. I
I
don't
mean,
want him to get shocked. I'm weaning him. Remember, I'm weaning him onto the
right,
bosom of the
exactly,
community.
exactly. Weaning him on the bosom of the community. I mean, look, I didn't know what to expect. Honestly, I mean, like the person can tell you exactly like what to expect, but it's different when someone tells you and then you actually experience it and see it for yourself. That's like two totally different things. Like you can mentally prepare yourself from this person telling you, okay, well, this is what you need to expect and this is the way it's going to be. And I mean, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, there were a ton of questions, when I first started becoming like really active and like commenting in the comment section. I mean, hell, we still get questions asked that that most people that have been around for a while already know the answer to. But yeah, it's just crazy. But actually, like seeing it for yourself and experiencing I still remember the very first live show that I watched after meeting Lou, and it was when him and VicTube were doing Luanon on Thursday mornings, and I think I might have told you this story. So him and I met on a Tuesday. Like we actually met. We had our first date like on a Tuesday evening or whatever. So that was when he was kind of giving me the rundown of like what he does and the whole YouTube thing. And for those of you that have been around here long enough, you guys know that at first when Lou told me that he was a YouTuber, like I thought he was just kidding,
Right.
yeah, like I thought it was just like a pickup line, what I'm saying? Because like I had nothing, like I had no, like the only kind of interaction I had with YouTube at the time was like if I needed help like fixing something or something like that, what I'm saying? Like I would look up a YouTube video or something like that, But yeah, like I had no like knowledge of YouTube and like, but like, I mean, he kept telling me that, yeah, he does YouTube or whatever. Now at first, I don't even know if he like even used the term like content creator, which thinking back on that, like if someone would have told me like 3 years
Well,
ago that they
yeah,
were a content creator, I would have been like, what? What the fuck is a content
I
creator?
think
You
I
know what
would
I'm
have
saying?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've
Like, where
never.
did content creator come from? Did that
Right.
come from Lou only, or did this come from the universe?
I'm just assuming it's probably one of those things that as YouTube has, has come into existence, people that started doing videos on YouTube. I honestly don't know where the term content creator came from. I mean, I don't,
Content. I
but
mean, that is what you are, but
right,
I'm
that's
thinking
exactly
that
what
there's
you
got to
are.
be a better name for content create. Like, yeah, I would have been like, you make contents for boxes or what?
Well,
What? Or
that's
is
the
the
thing. I don't
content
think he
creator?
necessarily
You
said.
know?
I don't think he necessarily. Well, that's like the
Yeah.
that's like the technical, like
Yeah.
the technical term, like the
Right.
business term for it is a content creator. So like when you go to file your taxes or something like that, you're basically your
Ah,
title is content creator. You know what I'm saying? So like you're not gonna
yeah.
put down on your tax forms. You make YouTube
YouTuber.
videos. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the more technical term of, like saying what basically what you do is you're a content creator. So but I don't think he necessarily used those exact words. I mean, I think it was basically along the lines of like I do YouTube. I think that's how he said it. I do YouTube. And I was like,
Right.
what do you mean you do YouTube? you know? So
Well,
and that's the thing.
yeah,
For
go
those of you
ahead.
that don't know, like I said, we met, like we had our first date on Tuesday night, and for those of you that know, he does a call-in show on Tuesday night. So when we were trying to figure out exactly when we were going to meet, like he told me that he worked for himself. Basically, that's basically what he told me. He's like, I work for myself, so I make my own hours. I was like, okay, cool, shit, I was like, okay, how about 9 o'clock, or I don't even know. Maybe it was like 8 o'clock, 8:30,
And
something I
you know
said.
what? You know what? Oh, I wonder if I should say this on the air.
Fuck it,
I
go
know the
ahead.
day he I know the day he had your first date because he had canceled his show that night. So he says, "I'm a content creator." I go, "Oh, well, yeah, that is what he said. I could do whatever the hell well, he canceled his show to go out with you.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did know that. Well,
Okay.
I didn't know that at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah, like I said, because
Right.
I was totally lost to this whole YouTube thing, whatever. But I didn't know that at the time. But yes, I mean, as we've developed our relationship, I mean, yeah, these things kind of started coming to like he started, telling me these things. But yeah, at that time I didn't know though. Like I didn't know. He basically just told me that he worked for himself and he makes his own hours so he can do whatever the fuck he wants. That's basically what he said. So I
Yeah.
was like, well, okay then, So yeah, so we'll meet here at the restaurant, whatever, whatever. So we did. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard this story, but I mean, like that first night that we went out, like we were out till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was absolutely crazy. Like, yeah, but so that's the
Yeah.
story of how this relationship developed. Okay, but yeah, but again, going back to when he told me he did YouTube, like I didn't, like I didn't believe him. I was like, okay, yeah, no, seriously, what do you, I mean, I think I must have asked him like 3 times, like, no, seriously, what do you do? And then he finally showed me his channel, and then at the time too, like, again, I didn't know anything about YouTube. So like after, we were seeing each other on a regular basis or whatever like that, like, I started telling my kids about, that this guy that I met. And, of course, with my oldest one, the first thing that he asked is, what does he do? And I was like, well, he's on YouTube, and at that time, right. And at that time I was like, I didn't know anything about YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just what I was learning from Lou, basically. So like he was like, oh, so my oldest son was like, oh, he does YouTube, and I was like, yeah. I was like, and he was like, well, what's his channel name and how many subscribers does he have? And I was like, hell, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Like I said, again, don't hate me for this, but I didn't know anything about YouTube, so I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10,000 subscribers. I don't know, I didn't know at the time. So he was like, so we looked him up, and I remembered this distinctly because we were driving home. And he was like, Mom. Like he looked up his channel. He's like, Mom. And I was like, what? He was like, are you serious? And I was like, what? And he was like, he's got like 45,000 subscribers. And I was like, is that good? And he was like, yeah, that's good. I was like,
When I first started watching him, I think he was around 12,000.
right. Like, and
And
again,
he got to 16 really quick.
mm-hmm.
really he did like a real like a jump there when I right around the time that I started listening. I think he was around 12, a little over 12, and then he was at 16 before I knew it, and then he was at and it's just now he's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah, so I mean, it was again. I mean, he was my oldest son was just so shocked. He was like, "Mom," he was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, he's got like, because at that time he had like 45,000 subscribers, and I was like, "Is that good?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like,
it's hard.
"Yeah,
Girl,
yes."
oh, I'm 52 subscribers away from being monetized.
Oh, yay! Well, there you go,
52
guys.
subscribers, guys. I just need 52
Yeah,
subscribers.
so those of you
That's
that
it.
have multiple troll accounts,
Please.
and subscribe to TK with your troll
Please.
accounts. Her link to her
Because
channel.
if I can have a join, then I could have private streams so we could say things we don't have to worry about YouTube because it'll be private streams.
Right.
We don't have to worry about YouTube, demonetizing us.
Well, I have 330 subscribers, which I am very, very thankful for. I mean, if y'all-
Road to 500 for you too, both of us. We got to do a marathon and try to get our
try to get
subs up
to
to
500,
500.
500 subscribers. So
Race to 500.
Well, I mean, you're a lot closer than I am. So once you
we have
once
to
you
both
hit 500,
get there.
I mean, we can work on getting me to 500. But I'm happy with the 330. For those of you that I mean, I really appreciate you guys, especially you guys know who you are, the loyal ones that are always here every Sunday. In the comment section. You guys are great. But I mean, still share it out. Share it out to your mom and them, all right?
Share it out to anyone you know. Share it out to your troll accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Share it out to your anyone.
Anyone.
The man on the street.
Yep.
Anywhere.
Yep. For
I
and
hate
like
headphones.
those people that are always asking like, "Oh, well, you know what? I need something new to watch on YouTube or whatever." You know how I'm always asking about like, okay, I finished binge watching this on Netflix. Now I need something new to watch on Netflix, which we're going to talk about that too because I just started binge watching a new show on Netflix. So I got a little bit of trolling from Uncle Lou about. But yeah.
I bet it's the Princess Diana one, isn't it? I want to watch that.
No. It's
one.
actually a series that comes on or I don't even know if it's still a series that comes on like regular cable or whatever like that. But yeah, for those of you that have those people that are always like, hey, I need someone new to watch on YouTube. There you go. There you go. Share my content out with those folks right there. Yeah. So, so there we go. But says, BA, you and Uncle Lou are a nice looking couple. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, you guys, for those of you that have been here around as long as you have been, as long as I've been around, I mean, you guys know the story. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to get into it. I mean, I know it's a holiday season and, it's a time to be, thankful and, but I mean, yeah. You and I talked about this in depth before, privately between the two of us, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, not say that, he came into my life at a time that I was very, very low, I guess I should say, very, very low.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so, and I mean, here we are almost.
And look where you are now.
Yeah, here we
You're
are
so
almost 3 years
happy
later, so.
Yeah.
And I mean, the one question that everybody always asks, like ask me, when it comes to Uncle Lou is like, I mean, what is it about him that basically attracted me to him, or like the best thing? I mean, and you guys have probably heard me say this too before. I mean, he makes me laugh. I mean, all the time.
Girl, I see
All
it.
the fucking time. I mean, he makes me laugh. So
he's funny. Oh my God, my mom is his biggest fan. She says, "Oh my God, he is the funniest guy." She can't wait to meet both of y'all, and she loves you. I told her about that, but she says Lou is so funny. She cracks up. cracks up. She just loves him.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't care if he's an asshole. He's just too funny that I don't care. She doesn't care. I said, I know. I said, I've been angry at this man before and I just can't help it because, he's a nice, you can work through things with him and then everything's fine. And he's still funny as hell,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of the funniest people I've ever known in real life besides Fernando from my last job that I worked at my last nursing job. There was this guy that worked there, Fernando. Girl, that guy would have me in stitches
I'm
for
telling
12
you.
hours.
And
12
that's
hours.
the thing. It's like, I mean, like, for those
It's
of you
like
that,
Lou is.
right, for those of you
Yeah,
that
but
don't
he was
know,
a different kind of funny, but yeah.
right,
Go ahead.
right. And for those of you that don't know, Lou and I do not live together. Okay, we don't live together. But like the weekends that
That's why it probably makes you laugh so much. Maybe after y'all move in, the laughing might
well, no,
not
because
be
even
as
still,
much. I'm
well,
just
I
teasing.
don't know because that's the thing. I mean, like even like the days that we don't see each other and like we're texting back and forth, or even sometimes chatting on the phone. Mostly we text back and forth because we all know Lou doesn't like to talk on the phone. But yeah, like even like through text messaging and shit like that, like he still like manages to make me laugh. Like it's fucking hilarious. I mean, like so. But yeah, I mean he makes
My
me
mom
laugh.
is a huge fan. Now she won't watch his football videos, right? When she had come here to live with me before she moved to the condo, I was just kind of showing her our show, right? And I think I showed her the OJ one because I knew she would enjoy that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's the one Lou kept coming in, remember?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
are you taking questions?
Yeah.
And the whole your mama thing and your mama's mama and all that. My
Yeah.
mom, she watched it, I think, twice, maybe 3 times because she just thinks he's so funny, right? But then like I'll put on a football show for her. She goes, nah, I'm not interested. She likes to hear him funny with us. Do you
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? Like about just about anything, but not about football because she could care less about football.
Right. Yeah.
She may still think like I guess if I ever showed her a clip where he's getting into it with a caller, even if she doesn't know what they're talking about, she may, you know what I'm saying? But basically, she just thinks he's funny. So,
He
and she
is. I'm
loves
telling
you.
you.
He is.
and
He's.
that-
I'm telling you, it's like Fernando's one of the funniest freaking people I've ever known in my life. Lou's another one in
Yeah,
real life,
yeah.
quote unquote, real
Right,
life.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean,
Like
and
that's not a comedian.
Right,
That's
and
not a
that's-
professional.
right, and that's another thing too. Like people are like, "Well, is he the way that he portrays himself on the internet with you?" And I was like, I mean, for the most part, yes, he is. But I mean, there's also a side of him that a lot of people don't see unless they actually meet him in person. But I mean, he's fucking hilarious. I mean, he really is. It's like, and there are very rare occasions where he doesn't really mean to be funny, but he's just funny in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Right.
like there have
Right.
been
Yeah. He
there
doesn't
have been-
realize that what
right,
he's saying is
exactly.
hilarious.
Exactly.
Oh,
there have been
girl.
instances, and like for us, with him and I just being together, where like he won't need to be funny, but like it still ends up being funny to me. I don't know. It's weird. It's absolutely weird.
I was dying in the Slob Olympics because remember he was dressed as a priest. I keep
A
thinking the
pope.
Pope.
Yeah.
No, it was the Pope. But
Yeah,
to
it was
me,
the
he
Pope.
looked like a priest. I mean, to me, I've seen so many of them. They all look like that kind of.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, and then he had the donut, around his neck with the cross too. It was just so funny, right? And then me, you, and Mrs. Peter dressed up as angels, and then, well, first of all, he's going down the steps. He's at the head, carrying the trophy, right?
Uh-huh.
And as he sees people going down, he like greets them, like kind of like, bless you, my, like doing the freaking cross and shit.
With
And
the
I'm like,
trophy
oh
in
my
one
God, I
hand, yeah,
started.
with the trophy in one hand, and then like he's using his other
Yes.
hand to to
And he
bless
would
the
like
people.
nod and things like that, right? And so then we get out on the beach and the wind's going and his hat's going back and everything, and he's walking and he's laughing his ass off because everybody's watching us and he's waving and doing the peace thing and whatever. I'm like, all you need now is the incense, the
Well,
And remember when he made fun of how I almost died and said they were gonna have to bury me? He was gonna have to do the ceremony.
well, that's the thing. That outfit, that complete like costume that he bought, actually did come with one of those little swinging incense burners. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. He did buy like separately one of those swinging little incense burner things.
Ooh, can I have it?
We just forgot to buy the incense for it, so he just decided
Well-
not to use it. But yeah, he ended up buying one of those little. And some of his videos, though, like some of his like Your Season's Over videos, like he uses that. He uses the little incense burner thing in some of his videos. But he just and we brought it.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Right, and we
Oh,
brought
I'm
it.
not
We
gonna
brought
let
it to the
Dave see that.
slobs.
I'm not gonna let Dave see that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we brought it. I mean, we brought it to the slobs, but we just forgot to buy the actual incense to go in it to for him to use it. So, but I mean, everybody knew anyway what he was. So, I mean, it was obvious, what his costume was. So, and that's the thing, like we're driving back from IOP, and like, I mean, it's just that's the question every time. Like even with my first Slob Olympics that I went to in Pigeon Forge, like I mean, we driving back from Pigeon Forge, we were talking about how he was going to one up the chemo slobby costume, So so then he came up with the Pope costume for this this past Slob Olympics, and it's the same conversation we had driving back from IOP from IOP, like how the hell are you going to one up this costume now? So I don't know. And that's the thing, like where he gets these ideas from, this is the one thing that I've always told him. And I think it's the same with like Mrs. Pete is very good about this too. Like, I mean, he's very, very witty and like very quick on the draw when it comes to things like that. So like these ideas pop into his head, and then like he just puts them in motion, and like it just all falls into place, So like where he gets these ideas is one of the things that just amazes me. I was like, well, where the fuck did you come up with that? You know what I'm saying? So it is just, yeah. I don't
He's
know.
got he's a creative guy. I mean, that's why he's successful at YouTube. I mean, he's got a shtick. He's got a character. He's got content that he really studies on. Like
Mhm.
he knows his shit about football. That's why I was saying, like, when I was thinking about maybe what can I talk about? Like, remember how I was thinking about making a show called The Ganja Nurse? Or
Mhm.
no, or Ganja, Your Ganja Nurse, or something like that.
Right.
Something, and really just focus in on different subjects on medical marijuana, from all kind of things. Also do times where I have like, and that's where if I have a membership, those will be private, where I test certain strains and and that kind of thing that YouTube would never may not allow me to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So the Uncle Lou would like to know: does Notre Dame know how terrible they are?
well, I mean, what but Notre Dame and LSU are both 9-3. I mean,
And he
that would have
also
been a
like
great
to know,
matchup.
He would also like to know: does he think Rudy is real?
Oh, you know what? I never asked him about the Rudy show.
I'm sure.
I never asked him about Rudy.
I'm sure he doesn't think Rudy is real. He's probably he's not.
No, Rudy is real. Rudy was off sides. Rudy, he was a real man.
He was a real man.
Not the actor in the movie. His name, he wasn't Rudy, but he played Rudy. Right? What am I talking about?
Shit, I don't know.
What are you talking about? What's Uncle Lou talking about?
Rudy.
Hey,
Quick shout out
Rudy,
to
Rudy.
Atypical Gump, who was also the recipient of the first PayPal. Atypical Gump. Appreciate. He sent me another PayPal. And yeah, it just says basically name is Atypical Gump, by the way. Thank you, Atypical Gump. I appreciate it.
Aw,
Thank
that's
you.
nice.
I know, so giving on this
I don't
on
think
this holiday season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I did pin my links to my PayPal and my PayPal,
Oh.
my links to my PayPal and Cash App at the top of the chat. So for anybody that's feeling generous this holiday season as well, like Atypical Gump. So,
Like
yeah,
atypical
like
gum.
Atypical Gump, I appreciate it. Yeah, I realized that he said Rudy is real. Uncle Lou says Rudy is real. The movie is fake. So
Oh, well, the movie would be fake. What do you mean? Oh, like it wasn't totally factual? Is that what he's saying? What's
he
he?
just
Never
the
mind.
comment just says Rudy is real. The movie is fake. That's what the
Okay.
comment says. Yes, I agree, Lou. He says Atypical Gump is good people. Yes. Let's see. Brett says, welcome, by the way. I'm not sure if you're new here or not, but
Big Dog Brett?
no,
Or
Brett. I think it's
oh,
Roguemore. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but Brett Roguemore. He says, I can't call in, but I want to know from BA what it is like to sleep with sexist Slava Olympics winner. Many women want to know this. I don't sleep next to a sexist Slava Olympics winner, so that'd be a question you'd have to ask somebody else that sleeps next to a sexist Slava Olympics winner. So
wait, what? Somebody said what? They sent you a PayPal?
no, they're asking
Oh,
in the chat here. So, but yeah, so we'll just take care of that real quick.
bye, Felicia.
Yeah, bye, Felicia. You can take that
Bye,
shit somewhere
Felicia.
else. You can take that
Take
shit
your
somewhere
raggedy
else.
ass somewhere.
Okay, so VicTube says the movie is based on a true story, but heavily embellished.
Well, a lot of movies are. I mean, because to add to the drama of it,
Right.
you know, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You're probably right, Lou.
What? What'd he say?
He says he must have spelled sexy as fuck wrong.
Well, what was the? I forgot what the whole.
I'm assuming this is just a troll, but yeah, I mean,
Right, but
I'm
what
not,
did Lou say again to make him say that?
nothing.
I forgot.
Nothing. He didn't say
Oh.
anything. Yeah, he didn't say anything to.
Well, no, but you know how sometimes people get all in their feelers
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, we were just talking
Like they
about
don't get
Notre
it.
Dame and Rudy and the movie, and this comment just came out of nowhere. So, but yeah.
Oh.
See you later. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Thanks for stopping by, though. I hope you hit the thumbs up on your way out.
I don't get as many. People. I used to get more thumbs ups. But I'm not gonna. That's okay. It's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't want to be like major on YouTube anyway. I just want to. I love our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love my little community. I don't mind it staying small, but big enough where I could be monetized would be fun. To have a membership, to have, and I want to get in touch with Joey or like talk to Joey about doing T-shirts and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I have great ideas for T-shirts. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so
Uncle Lou says the only true part of the movie is that Notre Dame was good 50 years ago and had a player named Rudy who wasn't any good. He said that's the only part that's true.
see, Dave, this is part of the wean. He's going to be vicious about Notre Dame for a while, okay? Just ignore it like I do.
Just ignore it. Yes.
I've learned to ignore it. So it doesn't bother me anymore.
MM says you're funny, TK. You always make me laugh.
Thank you, MM.
Yes.
That's very nice.
She does make me laugh too. She does make me laugh too. Not as much as Uncle Lou, but yes, TK does make me laugh too. I honestly don't think anybody. Well, you know who's a very close second to Uncle Lou is my middle son. My middle son is the funniest little fuck that you'll ever meet in your entire life. I mean, he really is. He said he just turned 17 years old, and that little shit is the hilarious kid you'll ever meet. I mean, he's absolutely funny. Trinkets and Yarn. Welcome, Trinkets and Yarn.
Hey,
Haven't
Trinkets
seen
and
you in a while.
Yarn.
Trinkets and
Trinkets
Yarn
and
says, does somebody
Yarn.
say they need some T-shirts made?
Yes, Trinkets and Yarn. I need T-shirts made. We need TK. Like I was thinking about having like, what was one of my things? Oh yeah, like on maybe my first basic shirt where you have the logo in the front and maybe in the back have your
Mm-hmm.
best nightmare or something like that. Like your
Mm-hmm.
my first basic one, right? But then have things where I have my sayings like Lou would do, like who have they played, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could do the one, do I sound stoned to you right now?
Yeah, that was great.
You know, I could do that one, or or have hats and just cute stuff. Like I have all these cool ideas, and I would love to be able to do that, and then I could offer things like that in membership. And if I can get big enough to have a pay, like I don't need any. I love working in the dispensary. Now, yes, what if what if for some reason we just all of a sudden boomed for whatever reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, I mean that could be a lot of money, right?
Right.
But that's also a lot of ass work. And I really enjoy working at the dispensary.
Yeah. No, I hear
Like
you.
I
I hear
like
you.
doing both. Like, but I mean, yeah, I could probably make a lot more doing if I was well, unless you get eventually I'll want to be will be a general manager of a store.
Yeah.
That'll eventually be it. And then I will be making around as much as I did as a nurse.
Yeah.
According to what I read on the website, but who knows, you know. So
Trinkets and
what?
Yarn says, how about a T-shirt for you that says, I sell weed and can't drive?
Oh my God, that's funny as hell.
That's hilarious. You know what?
And
I should start
then
marketing Lou like to get me some T-shirts, like some BA like Bad Bitch Feel apparel on his Teesprings
right,
website.
and on
So
the back
here's my
it could
question. Right. So here's my question for those I've only got 10 viewers right now. I don't. Is somebody else live? I don't know. Is somebody else?
you
I don't
see
know.
that the same thing happened to me Wednesday, and the same thing happened. Remember last week it kept dropping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think
I
that was
think there's
because my
something going on
audio
with the
was all
count.
fucked up though. So last week, but
Oh,
yeah, I think that's the reason why too. But or like the stream was all fucked up because of OBS. But yeah, I'm just not sure. I haven't got a notification about anybody else going live. At least not from the people that I'm subscribed to. Anyway, my question to those that are in the chat right now, like if I were to get Lou to like make T-shirts on like Teespring on his Teespring thing for like Bad Bitch Fuel and stuff, would y'all buy it?
I would.
I would too. Shit, yeah.
I would.
I would too. I definitely would
I
too.
think I think the coffee mug is great for your like, you know what I mean? Like I have my TK neon sign. I was thinking, that
Yeah.
on the front, saying on the back
Yeah. Yeah.
as my
Well,
first.
I mean, this is all thanks to this little coffee cup thing is all I mean, the whole setup. I mean, just like all the graphics and stuff like that. I mean, Lou was the one that set all this up for me. So, I mean, he came up with this little, this little logo. I mean, he basically just, Googled it, I'm sure, but several images I think came up with Bad Bitchville and stuff like that, and he just thought the coffee cup one was, I guess the most good-looking, appropriate one for what I was planning on doing with the show, I guess, but
Yeah.
Trinkets and Yarn says a T-shirt that says "Fuck Rudy." Been there, done that. Someone was asking about a T-shirt that says "Fuck Rudy." B Bean says, "Ba, I'm assuming that's supposed to say where did your kid get his humor from?" I mean, I don't think I'm as funny as say like Uncle Lou or even my ex.
Is he quick-witted? Is that it? I mean, like
He
quick,
is
quick
like
to
yeah, like he's very quick witted. But my ex was the same way though too. My ex is funny. Like he was funny too. So I'm assuming that's probably where he gets it from. I mean, like it takes me like I mean, I have my moments. I have my moments where like I can come up with something like right at the drop of a hat. But I mean. Like 9 times out of 10, like I literally have to sit down and think about like a very witty response or something. Like that's why I like the whole having a troll account. Like I wouldn't even know like how to troll properly, even if I did have a troll account. So
I learned to do it. Well, oh no, I don't have troll accounts, but as far as a little bit of online trolling, I've now learned, especially because I've met a lot of these people, right?
mhm. Mhm.
I understand. See, what's hard for me is what people don't realize is like when you know me in real life, I'm not going to be this mean person. In other words, when I can't see a face, right? When somebody hides behind a computer screen, it makes me more angry
Mhm.
because I know they wouldn't do that to my face. So it tends to make me angrier, right? Because for whatever reason, like I feel like I'd rather you say that to my face so I could say like I just can't explain it. I can't explain it. It's
No,
hard
no.
to
I mean,
explain.
I think I'm understanding what you're trying to say. So,
Like
um,
I
go ahead.
Yeah, well, for one thing, just being in the community for a long time and now knowing some of the people, I know like who's joking and like I know who my friends are. In other
Right.
words, I know
Exactly.
who my
Exactly.
yeah, I know who's the mean ones and who's, and whatever.
Right. 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 Jay Shife says, best way to advertise: send your shirt to Mills to wear on the news when he discovers a body next door. Those
Oh
are
gosh.
facts. 100% facts. Yes. Oh, so
Oh, that's
I
right. He
guess
was wearing a Lou Tube shirt,
yeah, he was
wasn't
wearing
he?
Uncle Lou repair a repair. I think it was Uncle Lou repair shop or something like that. Uncle Lou repair store shirt or something like that. When he got interviewed on the news. And then I'm assuming this is the answer to my question about if I were to get Lou to put some Bad Bitch Fuel merchandise on his Teespring, uh, uh, website, if you guys would buy any. And I'm assuming yes, absolutely means that you would buy merchandise, right? Oh
Me, of
wow,
course.
no,
Oh,
MM said test the market. I'll even prepay. Oh wow. Oh well, Uncle Lou,
wow.
can you help me out with that? Are you still listening? You better be still listening. So, I also dropped a link to the StreamYard if anybody would like to come in and join us. Of course, since the college football season is coming to a close, but we
I
talk.
can't believe how much.
I know
Oh, go ahead.
it's crazy. I was just gonna
How
say
much of it well, okay.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't believe how much of it I missed because I was
Well,
too busy in a new job,
I
you
mean,
know?
look, that job is more important than college football, and you can always
Yeah.
go back and watch the highlights and shit like that, and watch Uncle Lou's videos too, trashing, whatever teams that deserve to be trashed or whatever. So, but we all talk about all sorts of shit on this show. I mean, like the title
Yeah.
says, anything, everything, and a little bit of football because TK and I are not well versed as some of these other college football, YouTubers on here. I mean, her more so than me because she's been part of the community a lot longer than I have, and I mean, when I didn't know a lick about any kind of sports for that matter until I met Lou. So I'm slowly but surely trying to change that. But but yeah, so there we go. Welcome, Nate.
Hello.
What up, Nate? So
How
tell
y'all
me
doing?
about this menu.
Oh.
Did you have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for every day that you were there? Did you have it like on a spreadsheet, like by what's his face, K Dog? Did K Dog make you a menu spreadsheet and you made the
K
plot?
Dog.
I'll let you speak now. I'll mute myself and listen to your
No, you
answer.
good. You good. No, I didn't have a menu, but I did tell Pete that we should try we tried it, of course, but we should try the Santa Maria beans, which is Paquito, whatever you call it. It's other names, but anyways, really, really good. And the tip was really good. He would he actually rated out like 9 out of 10. So
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I remember him saying that it ended up turning out really well, but it's just I guess the aggravation of how many ingredients and how long it took to make them and stuff like that. So,
well,
welcome, VicTube.
Yeah, what's up?
um,
Hey,
what's up,
Vic.
Vic? And also we
So
also
what
watch
is this bean dish about? Like, is it a soup?
No, it's not soup. It's a bean. It's just beans in general with little bacon bits cut up.
Okay.
That actually sounds really cool, Uncle Lou. He said, I need a bad bitch fuel. Lou filled up my tank t-shirt.
Bleh.
Oh God.
Bleh.
Oh my
I'd buy that
God.
shirt. I mean, but
No, well, you would.
I would buy that shirt.
I wouldn't be caught dead with it. But
Eh.
look,
Make it happen,
you know
Lou.
what?
And I'd
You
buy
should,
it.
you should sell the mugs like you have on there. Like, do sell those mugs too, like that.
Yeah, hell, I'd
You know what I'm
fucking buy
saying?
a mug too. Yes.
I buy the mug. I buy the t-shirts, the undies. Remember when he did underwear? Why did he ever sell any underwear? He
I
sold
own
like
a pair of those underwear.
well, I know, but of course he's gonna give you a pair. But like, how many people? Oh, I think he said some people bought some
I
for their
think,
wives,
if I'm
which is
not
so
mistaken,
weird.
I think Raj bought
That's
a pair
weird.
for his wife.
No, I think he just wanted it to hang on the wall. He said, like, no, hang on the wall. You know how he had his garage set up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think he wanted to put him on the wall, like to show. Remember, because he was streaming back then when when Lou
that's
was
true.
doing the
That is
thong
true. Yeah,
panty
yeah.
things or whatever they were.
I would do that if I were streaming.
Yeah.
What?
The hang up the tidy whities or whatever that you I don't know. The underwear, whatever you call it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Tidy. Okay.
Tidy whities.
Tate mutes himself. I said. Nate mutes
Nate
himself. He mutates himself. He mutes himself and mutates himself.
Oh yeah, we can't hear you, Nate.
Yeah, I can. I was wondering if that was me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably
maybe he's having some issues with his phone. User error on his
yeah.
on his part. So, well, what about you?
He lives out in
Vic?
Nebraska.
Would you buy some Bad Bitch Fuel merchandise?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Look at you, Vic. And you like wear it on your streams and shit like that? Would you advertise it on your streams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nate.
We're gonna need to get to
Nate's
work on
back.
that, Lou. We're gonna need to get to work. Yeah, we're gonna need to work on that. So, and I'll help. I'll help in any way that you need me to help. I will help. Make
Yeah,
this
and then how
happen.
about I've got an idea for a coffee mug. It could be, you could say I don't give FOC until I've had coffee. Yeah, because coffee spelled backwards is FOC.
Oh
So-
yeah, I've seen that meme going around on
Yeah.
Facebook. So,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
it could
but
say
Lou should do that.
I don't give a fuck until I've listened to Bad Bitch Fuel or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to come up with some. Like I said, I'm not good at these little quips.
Ooh.
You know.
Ooh, I just broke. There was.
Uncle Lou would like
a-
to know, Vic, would you wear Lou 2 panties to help the morning show or the
Would I
morning
wear a
shoe?
Luton panty?
I would.
I know
Oh,
Nate
my
would.
God.
I
know
mean,
Nate
he
would
wore
too.
a dang Hooters costume
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
for
usually
crying
all
out
you.
loud.
Well, I mean,
I
usually
bet
all you.
anything Nate would.
I mean, usually all you see of me on my streams is just the top half. So I mean, don't show my bottom half. So I don't really know quite how that would work. But
Yeah. Don't pee bomb.
Yeah, we're not trying to get VicTube's channel taken down.
yeah.
Yeah, come on, Vic.
So.
But yeah, guess what? What team am I on? Well, I'm not really on a famous team, but it's on a Special Olympics team. But I'm on a bowling team for Special Olympics.
Oh, nice.
All right, Nate.
Oh, cool.
Way
Yeah.
to go, Nate.
Now, right now, we're just doing practices because every
You do curling?
I think they do, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you also did curling. I mean,
No, no. Well, I
okay.
wish they have ice hockey, but they do floor hockey instead. So I don't know why. But I I yes, I do bowling, and also Pete beat me, and Lou beat me. I mean, these YouTube content creators are, I don't know, not a level of bowling. And also Pete also
Yeah, you got your
mentioned.
ass spanked by me and Lou, but you did beat Colby.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, we all beat Colby, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all
You
beat
beat.
Colby, but you in
Yeah,
Yeah.
particular
Beat
beat
Colby.
Colby.
So.
Yeah.
but I do have a good curve though when I do the ball. But I don't know. So so yeah, I do bowling for Special Olympics, and my um team name is the Warriors, and every practice is going to until March. I don't know. It's probably late March. We do districts, uh, and then if I win districts, I go to state. So, um, and state bowling is in Lincoln. So where I'm at is like only 59 minutes away from Lincoln. So
Lincoln, Nebraska.
yeah.
Okay. Uncle Lou would like to know if it bothers you that the Special Olympic is kind of irrelevant compared to Slob Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't give a f.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Which one? Well, okay, but Nate, which one do you enjoy more?
Well, if I were enjoying more, which is Slob Olympics,
Yeah.
Right, because
Okay.
it's
But-
more fun
It is more
but
fun.
in
well,
competitive. Yeah.
yeah, side, yeah, yeah, which is Special Olympics. But overall, I like Slob Olympics more. So there you
Yeah.
go.
But it's
Speaking of
very
Slob
important.
Olympics, have y'all booked your rooms?
No, not yet.
I need to do that like
We still need to do it.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
I tried
Bad.
I tried to get my mom to book, but every time she forgets. So I don't know. Well, I think one of the reasons maybe is because she's busy, or the other reason she's just for not. Well, one reason it's not that she doesn't want to. It's just she sometimes forgets. So
Oh,
yeah.
trust me, I get it. I have been like, I'm supposed to be having a telephone conversation with Matt Dumit's mom about the Slob
Mhm.
Olympics. And
Mhm.
he gave me her number, like, oh my gosh, like in October I think, and I've
Mhm.
just been so swamped, or maybe it was like
Well,
early November.
how old is Matt? How old is Matt?
Well, it's his first time traveling by himself.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
so
she-
she just had a couple of questions that she wanted to ask me. So, and I actually finally called her today, but I've been telling Matt, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was like, please tell your mom that I am planning on calling her. And the last time I messaged him, I was like, let her know that I'll do it as soon as I get back from New Orleans. And here it is, a week after I've been back from New Orleans, almost 2 weeks since I've been back from New Orleans, and I still haven't called her. But I did call her today and left her a message. So.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna.
And also, sorry, Vic, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm gonna have to go in 5 minutes. So.
Okay, that's fine. Welcome, BVD. He says, everywhere we go. Evening, bad bees. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, BBD. BBD.
Yeah, that would be an interesting
BVD.
conversation, Uncle Lou. He
Hey,
says,
I
Uncle Lou says, I would like to have a conversation with Crimson Braves mom about the Slav Olympics. That would be a very interesting conversation, I think. I think. Absolutely. Matt
But,
Dumas says, me too, Uncle Lou.
But if I heard correctly from Matt, he's traveling with Greyhound.
Well, where does he live? In
He
Georgia?
lives in-
Or...
I think
No,
he
he
lives
lives
in
in Columbus,
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
lives in
he
Ohio.
lives
yeah.
up north.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I think this
Columbus,
is his first time
Ohio.
traveling by himself. And yeah, like I said, I mean, the message that he sent me on Facebook just was talking.
Well,
about
his mom don't want to come
No,
with
he's
him.
flying. He's flying. He's not taking. He's flying, I think. Is that
Yeah.
right,
Well,
Matt?
why
I think
didn't
yeah, I think
is
it's
his
flying.
mom afraid of us? She
Well,
should come. Maybe she could meet
I
Nate's
mean,
mom.
Yeah,
Nate's mom
Nate's
is so
mom's loves
nice.
coming to these things, and I mean
and
Nate's mom, I mean, like she could party. She could party with us. Yeah, like
and
and
also
she
my
does
aunts
party with
too.
us.
Also my aunt, my
Yeah,
nephew
your
and
Yes,
aunt
your
niece
aunt
too.
comes.
came,
Yep.
and didn't your grandma go?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't really hang out much, but she said hi because she's not
Yeah,
really.
she came to the one in
She was
Pigeon
the
Forge.
first. Yeah, that
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
went.
yeah,
The
the
Pigeon
first one that
Forge.
he
Yeah.
went to, which was Pigeon Forge. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and also, and I asked her if she wanted to go. Because she said, I'm getting too old for these trips and stuff. And I mean, it's not because of you guys. It's just that age.
yeah, yeah.
I don't blame her. I mean, at least she said hi or met you guys. She listened to Lou and Pete and you, and she likes you guys. So
Oh, your grandma subscribed to me.
I think so. Yeah,
She better be. You better check up on that and make sure she is subscribed to me. I'm just kidding.
I'll make sure the next time I see her.
You need to make
Yeah.
sure your mom
Have
subscribed
her
to me
subscribe
too.
to me too.
Yeah. Yeah, subscribe to
Yeah.
me and
I need
TK.
Nate. I'm 52 people away from getting monetized.
Hey,
I'll-
get your
Vic's on
get
his
your
way to 1,000.
yeah,
Vic's on his way
get
to
your
1,000.
wife to,
Well-
to subscribe and your
Oh,
wife's
yeah,
dump
yeah,
truck
I'll
to
go.
subscribe to
Yeah.
to
Subscribe
TK.
to TK and Battle Angel.
What's
Thank
that?
you. I was talking
Oh,
to my mom.
thanks,
Oh.
Nate.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love your
wait.
mom. Tell Mama Nate I
Oh.
said hi.
Oh, I thought Nate was saying bye. Okay.
No,
okay,
he was
No,
yelling
no,
at his mom to
I
make
said
sure
hi.
she subscribed to me and you.
Oh, I was talking to my wife
Oh.
too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking to your wife. Oh.
Yeah, I was making sure.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. So here's the deal about all that. Yeah, I am flying. I'm flying from Columbus, Ohio, to Chicago, Illinois, to North Carolina, to Panama City Beach. I got to do 3
Damn.
flights before I get there. That's the cheapest flight that I could take.
Damn.
I mean, ooh, which
That's a lot of
Chicago
stops.
That is
airport?
a lot of stops.
It was the cheapest flight that they offered. I mean,
Well,
so
that's why. I mean, when you want to get a nonstop flight, those are always going to be the most expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I tried to do that. I tried to get a nonstop, but they wanted more money. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're
That's
doing-
why. Yeah.
they
They're
start
doing-
off cheap too. But
Yeah, they're doing less of those now. Yeah, they're doing less nonstop flights now because
which is stupid.
Yeah. So a family member booked everything for me. I paid him back, so everything's booked. The room, the flight, everything. So now I will be there. I'll be there Thursday instead of Friday, which will be what, February 29th, 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything's booked. I'll be there.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. It'll be
Alright,
nice to
yeah.
meet you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet. And LW is going to be a new one coming that hasn't been to an event yet. I'm
Yes,
looking forward to meeting
LW.
him
Yeah.
too.
I think there's a couple of people that are actually going to be
Yeah.
coming. Yeah.
I think we're going to get probably more Alabama fans, maybe,
Yeah,
because it's
I
closer
think that was
to
one of the reasons
Alabama.
why they chose Panama City
Yeah.
Beach was because it was closer to Alabama.
all right, I gotta go now. So
All right,
Okay,
Vic.
Vic.
Well, thanks
Later,
for coming
Vic.
on.
yeah, thanks for having me on, BA and TK and Nate and Matt.
Yep.
All right,
All
Vic.
right. Love you, Vic.
I love y'all too.
All right.
I dropped the
I'll be
StreamYard
doing
link
follow
for
up
anybody
with
that
y'all.
wanted to join.
Yeah. I won't say if, but I if the Bama fans are some Bama fans are coming, I have no issue with that. I was saying in my giving crap that if my team loses, I'm sure
What
they
do you
will.
mean it'll be
but-
your first Slavs BVD? That's not true.
Wait, he said he's not coming?
No, he said it will be my first slobs. Looking forward to meeting all you cool kids. This is
Oh.
not your first slobs.
It's
No.
he's either trolling or it's a fake BVD.
No,
Or
it's not. It's not a fake BVD because he's wrenched up. So
he's mentioning he has to. Well, not he, or he's mentioning that he
Well, we
might
all know that
be
BBD
involved.
can't type, so.
That is true.
Just like
But I
just
learned
like
how to decipher.
I have
It's kind of
too.
like my
I have
mom.
too.
My
I
mom's the
know.
same way.
Yep, I
My
have
mom
too.
is the same
Yep.
way.
Well, speaking of BBD,
She has broke.
welcome.
Hey, BBD!
Yeah, is this the Bad Bitch Fuel Show?
This is
Yes,
the Bad
this
Bitch Show.
is.
You've come to the right department.
Are y'all the bad bitches?
Yeah, hell yeah, we are.
Hell
Well,
yeah,
what
we
are these? What are these dangin' dingalings doing on here?
Oh, shut up.
Well, look, we don't discriminate. We don't discriminate here on the Bad Bitch Fuel. So yeah, we take
So you
dinglings and
you
bitches and
you-
assholes and trolls.
don't
No balls.
discriminate, but do you discriminate BBD?
No, of course not. Of course
Never.
not.
Okay, cool.
Never.
So we're good then.
Yes.
Hey, look, this whole typing thing that everybody talks about, I'm basically just training you guys for the apocalypse. So,
Oh, okay.
you know, when everything goes down, y'all are going to know how to decipher tard typing.
Yeah.
No,
Hey.
but you know what's so funny about it, BBD? It's because I had to learn how to decipher my mom too, because
Same
she's
with
got
me.
broken English and she's bad at typing.
Yep.
You know?
It's
I'm
funny
terrible
when
at typing, too.
when they type in broken English, right?
Yes. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
What's
so
the
I've
other
learned to
language?
decipher Tard Talk due to having to decipher broken English texting. So yes.
What's the broken English? Is she
Spanish. Or
part
well,
Spanish?
well, not Spanish, Guatemala. I mean, like not not Spain Spanish, but Guatemalan Spanish.
Gotcha.
At least BVD is better than dyslexic BVD typing.
Believe it or not, I can actually type really well if I
Yeah.
take my time.
Yeah.
Usually when I screw up is when I'm using my phone because I don't pay attention
Right.
and it tries to autofill
Yeah. I
the
hate
words for me. And
Yeah, and you
half
got the big
time-
thumbs like I do.
Yeah,
the
and half
big
the time the
thumbs.
words they put in are fucked up and messed up. So. But my keyboard, here's my excuse. My keyboard, where my computer is, it's got, and don't judge, it's got some sticky keyboard numbers, letters, and all that on it. And
yeah,
that's
we're just gonna
that's
leave
from
that alone.
that's from spilling Cokes on it. I'm just telling you. I'm just
I believe that.
we're gonna
I
leave that
believe that. Every
alone.
live stream, what does he have in his hand? You know?
Yeah.
I
Thank
believe
you.
that.
Thank you for believing me, TK. That means a lot. I appreciate
I
it.
totally believe that.
Yeah, I got one in my hand right now, actually. But I do spill these things bad because the doctors can't tell me what it is. Like I've got this thing where my hands and everything jerks when I'm holding stuff now. And it's really annoying because I can't hold anything hardly without dropping it. And it's just so frustrating.
On
and
both hands,
both hands. Yeah. I thought maybe it was Parkinson's disease
right?
because my uncle had Parkinson's and that's how it started with him. But the doctors all swear it's not Parkinson's. I'm like, well, how the hell do you know if you can't tell
What
me
did
what
they
the hell
say
it
it
is?
is?
That none of them can give me an answer.
Well, you might have to go to somebody who can give you an
I
answer.
guess I'm gonna have to go to a specialist or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, hell
What-
yeah,
what's the
They did
number?
that to me for a long time. I mean, I went from having shingles to having rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh my God, how bad?
To
How bad was shingles?
How was it bad?
Well, no, it wasn't shingles. they
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
they were just saying that. Yeah, I mean, like the many different doctors that I went to. This was before I had my my partial hysterectomy. So I mean, yeah, and I was having all these like issues with like just like aches and pains in my body and stuff like that. They could never figure out what's going on with me. But yeah, I mean, I went to so many doctors and I got so many diagnoses from, like I said, from like shingles to rheumatoid arthritis to there was one God, I can't even remember. It's some sort of like degenerative.
I had to go
disease,
see y'all.
But all right, Nate.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, Nate.
But
Thank you, Uncle Lou, for recognizing that I indeed was the one that came up with the
oh
slobs.
yeah,
It
slobs
was
was BVD's idea, and also
it
he
was
would
in
like to know if you need your tank filled up.
it was entirely
I
my idea alone, nobody else's. Nobody else had a thing to do with it. And no, my tank is about half full right now. But I did invent filling up tanks, in case you're wondering.
Just like you invented YouTube too, right?
No, YouTube came along a little bit later than when I started inventing
Oh
things.
yeah, okay.
But I'm working on some other inventions that you guys are going to love when they happen. So
Nice. Can't wait to hear about them.
cool.
the Bad Bitch Fuel will be the first people to know.
Oh, great. Wow.
Because
I feel so special.
I'm going to come on here and be like, hey, bad bitches, remember that day 500 years ago when I said I was inventing something that everybody was going to love?
Yeah.
That's what I'll be talking about.
Okay, cool. Merry Christmas, Pastor Dave. Welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
We have a Pastor
Dave.
Dave, a Notre Dave.
Yeah.
Notre Dave. Now, that's pretty cool, I got to admit.
Notre Dame.
Pretty clever name. Pretty clever name.
That was the first thing I mean, because I'm like thinking, okay, you're a Notre Dame fan. Because, you know, since this is mostly college football community, might as well put a football name, right?
Right.
Because like he's more, yeah, he likes basketball and that kind of thing too. Like he is a college football fan, but not like I am. Like this is the only thing I kind of like.
How do you feel about Jaden Daniels not winning the Heisman, TK?
He did.
No, he didn't. It was all a scam.
No, it wasn't. Don't
they
say
gave
that.
They gave it to the Florida State quarterback.
Oh
No.
my God.
They gave it to him as a reward for not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I would not be surprised if that did happen.
I just thank God he won because
It's
you
crazy.
know it's bad enough that I have to deal with the fact that we have to play Wisconsin in a bowl game. That was just depressing enough. You know, I knew that
forward
he
to
had
that
to win, or
snooze
it just
fest.
would have been not fair because his stats outshine. I'm sorry. Yeah, he deserved it. It was just obvious. It was
Some
like
pretty good quarterbacks this year, though. He beat out some stiff competition.
yeah.
Uncle Lou
Well,
would
and
like
this-
to know, does Notre Dame have a black and white TV? Stop it,
black
Lou.
and white. Oh my God, Lou. Well,
That one went right over my head.
So-
What am I
because
missing
he's
here?
trying to say he's old. We're close to the same age.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh.
I
We're
told
very
him.
close
He
to the
knows.
same
Well, now
age.
wait,
I
Lou's
think
not
it's-
even
I think
50, is he?
Well, look, I think it's more so along the lines of that he's a Notre Dame fan, and Notre Dame hasn't been relevant for like 50-something years. So,
Well,
Lou's not
he's
50
been
yet, is
relevant to Notre
Lou?
Dame.
Yeah.
no, he's got 5 more. He's got 5 more years.
God bless. He's such a youngin'. 45? I wish
Yep,
I could go back to
45.
45.
Yep, 45.
Don't you,
He's
TK?
45. He's a man.
God, I'd take anything. I'd take any. Yeah, 45. Yeah, I'd
That's
take-
11
well,
freaking years for me.
no,
I mean, that's a long time.
only know it only if I could know what I know now and not have the same physical because that was when I was having physical. Well, then they thought I had lupus. Remember that girl?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Lupus.
that was another one.
Yeah.
Lupus. They thought I had lupus. Yep.
They thought I
mean,
had lupus too. I was really sick around that age. So I wouldn't take that, but I would take being healthy, knowing what I know and who I am, and give me some years back.
Yeah.
Is that
you
where you
know?
walk around acting like Uncle Lou? Lupus?
No.
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 Because there's a lot of people in this community that are eat up with lupus.
Eat up with lupus.
They eat up
No.
with it.
With
TK.
low lupus. Yeah. Yeah.
I invented lupus, by the way. That was one of my worst
God.
inventions. I didn't do too good on that one.
Lupus, the plague. Whatever.
Nah, the plague was before my time, BA. I invented COVID.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Measles, mumps,
Shingles.
shingles.
Because you can't
yeah,
have shingles without, what is it, the measles? You can't have shingles without the measles? Or
No, chicken pox.
Chicken pox.
Yeah,
chicken pox. Okay.
Chicken pox and
Chicken
shingles
pox.
go together. Yep.
What a weird ass name for a disease, right? Chicken pox.
I
Couldn't it have
know.
been like rooster pox or some mean animal, not a harmless little chicken?
Lou says lupus
And
would be a terrible disease. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Yeah, I guess I'm immune
uh
then.
well, no, but here's the thing. It's an autoimmune disease. That's the
Well,
thing.
he
It
spelt it
just
Loupis. Lupus.
would be a terrible disease.
I guess I must be immune then. I've had my
TK,
vaccine.
can you explain the difference between an autoimmune disease and like I don't know,
Yes, I had to
non-autoimmune
call you
disease?
about this too, didn't I, TK?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I understand, but I'm not 100% sure. So I thought maybe you might know.
Well, I mean,
Um,
uh, if you get a disease from a germ, right? You have a
mhm.
disease. An autoimmune disease is one of the diseases that where it's like your body uh is fighting itself. It's attacking its own healthy cells, really.
Oh shit, that sounds like
Yeah.
something I might have or have
Well, but
had or will have.
the thing is like you can have that what it's not just lupus. Rheumatoid arthritis is another autoimmune disease.
Right, right. I
Disease, yeah.
remember them telling me that.
Which is the other ones? But I mean, like I was having autoimmune type symptoms,
See, that's what they said
and
about me too. Yep. I was having
so
autoimmune like disease symptoms. Yep.
and I think people can have that in extreme stress. Maybe there can be prone to that, but don't technically necessarily have lupus or any other because my body doesn't do that anymore. But for
My
like a couple of years, I was having a lot of health, like physical health issues.
So diabetes is an autoimmune disease, Lou says. Well, how the fuck
Well,
did I
no,
not
I
know
think
that?
your body is not
I looked
producing
up
enough insulin.
autoimmune diseases, and here's just one list of them. It says Addison's disease, celiac disease, Graves' disease, multiple sclerosis.
Yep.
Some of these I can't even pronounce. Yeah, it says type 1 diabetes, cystic
Oh,
lupus.
okay. Systemic, yeah, probably.
Systemic lupus, yeah. See, rheumatoid arthritis, reactive arthritis. Yeah, some of these I can't even pronounce, but
All that shit's confusing when you got doctors trying to explain it to you, and I mean, I've been
these are
through.
the symptoms: fatigue, fever, general ill feeling, joint pain, which is what I was having a lot of. I was having a lot of joint pain, and like I was breaking out into rashes. So
TK, are you having joint pain?
Well, now I am because I'm getting older. But I mean,
Wow.
I was back then.
Are you
But
having
it
gummy
was the
pain?
rash that was worse, huh?
Are you having gummy pain?
Gummy pain?
yeah. Yeah, I guess that one went over your head briefly too.
There is no pain with a gummy, even if
Joint,
it doesn't.
get it? Joint pain, gummy pain.
Oh, I got it.
Ding,
oh
ding, ding,
my
ding, ding. What do we have, Johnny?
tell us what she's won.
You have won the rest of your life on marijuana. Congratulations.
I thought I was going to have to wait till I retired from nursing. So I retired from nursing and went back to work, and now I'm selling weed. It's so much fun.
So you
I
went
mean,
from
like,
being a
it's
nurse
just
to
so
being
much
a
fun.
drug dealer.
Basically,
Damn,
well, no,
girl.
because in all honesty, like I really, I may even, I don't know, maybe I could just kind of incorporate the ganja nurse into TK Live because I really don't want to have a separate channel. But I really want
I
to
honestly
educate
like that.
people.
I love that idea, and like I love the idea, and
It's
and
interesting
the
stuff.
title, yeah, and the title.
Of
Yeah.
the ganja nurse? I like the ganja nurse idea. I think that's great.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that because I need a
The ganja
niche.
mama.
I need a niche, like Lou and Pete have football. I need a niche.
Well, give
I
me
know.
one
What
while
would,
you're
so
looking
what would we
for 'em.
say this show's niche is?
Well, see, that's what TK
What is-
Live was. It's just
what
a
is
show.
Bad Bitches Fuel's niche? What makes
Your
this
niche,
show so entertaining to the folks that are here right now?
your niche is whatever the fuck you want it to be. That's exactly what it is. That's the decision I've arrived at recently, ladies. It's whatever the hell you want it to be.
Yeah,
Because that's what seems to be working for everybody else.
right. Well, and that's the thing. I think TK and I are both at the point in our lives where we just don't give a fuck anymore, too. So
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean,
Sometimes you just got to say fuck it,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So there you have it. There you go.
Excuse my language. I didn't mean to say.
I love it when you do that. And you know what's so funny? Every time you say it, I almost think he's going to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say, you know what I mean? He gets me every time.
You
I don't know
sometimes you think I'm actually going to say the cuss word that I
No,
said.
but maybe not the cuss word. Like I'm just listening to you talk, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but then you go say, whatever. Because I mean, people could be talking and cuss, right?
Right.
But you don't necessarily never mind.
I think I get it because a lot of people, when I say that, it just kind of goes right over their head. Like they totally miss.
Oh, I always thought it was funny from the
They
first
miss
time
the
I
whole
heard
point
it.
of it.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm trying to think of an example, but like from the first time I heard you say that, I said that's funny. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say. And you say whatever the word was that wasn't offensive.
Right.
It's kind of like a weird twist on word association, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
sorta, yeah.
And he still sometimes, like when he said that for a second, I forgot, and then he says his thing. I'm like, yeah.
I think people half the time, well, maybe more than half the time, actually think I'm going to say the cuss word, and then I say something else, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
Because
What
the way you
what do you
do it
mean?
is just so sly. It's like you just kind of throw that into the sentence without, you know what I'm saying?
Sneak this.
You sneak it in.
Yeah. I don't like that sneaky shit right there. That sneaky talk
Sneaky
talk under
shit.
your breath shit. Lou does that to me all the time. Like he'll be in the kitchen like doing something like making coffee or something like that, and he'll say something like loud enough to where I know he's saying something, but like low enough to where I can't really hear what he's saying. So then I'll be like, "What did you say?" And he'll be like, "Nothing." And I'll be like, No,
Nothing at
you're
all.
definitely in there mumbling under your breath about something. So he does that shit all the time. It drives me crazy.
Well, does he at least sometimes tell you what he's mumbling about? Because I got a roommate that does that, and it drives me up the fucking wall.
No, I mean, yeah, sometimes. I mean, most of the time, I know what he's saying, so like I can hear what he's saying. But there's a small percentage of the time where I don't know what he's saying, and I think he does it purposely because he's saying something that I probably don't want to hear.
Yeah, Lou and Pastor Dave have gone back to talking football. They ain't got no interest in what we're talking about.
I know.
What are they talking about? The
Notre
playoffs?
Dame.
Notre Dame.
Are they really?
Barry Sanders.
Sanders.
Rocket Ishmael.
Here's something very interesting that I read earlier in the comments, though. So apparently Pastor Dave has a leprechaun tattoo.
Nice.
So, but is he a Notre Dame fan?
No, he said
I guess
he
not.
used to be. I think he said he used to be. I think that's what I read. Yeah, I think
I wonder if Lawtide has a Tennessee tattoo.
I think he said that he used to be. I'm scrolling up here. Let's see.
If you're watching,
he
Lawtide,
said. Pastor
sorry.
Dave said he used to be an Irish fan.
Yeah, I think I saw him say that. Yeah.
So, well, I'm very, very curious to know, and you don't have to answer this, Pastor Dave, but where exactly is this leprechaun tattoo at?
Oh, ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Where's the actual location of this leprechaun tattoo?
I called, speaking of Notre Dame and Rocket, I called Days Inn last night to book my reservation, and I think I was on the phone with Rocket Ishmael, but I'm not sure.
Who?
Well, did you get your room though? Did you get your room booked?
No, because they were wanting to charge me $150 for it, and
Oh, boy.
Traveling
What?
Fools said to call through. Yeah,
Let's.
and plus when I told him
Was it
there was
Days
a
Inn in Panama City Beach, right? So
I
yeah,
paid less than
it
that.
was the right Days
yeah,
in.
we when Lou and I booked ours, I think it was only like it was less than $100 a night. I think it was like 90, like $89.
That's what everybody
night,
keeps
so.
telling me, and that's what Traveling
Yeah.
Fools told me.
Okay,
He said to
let
call
me
through
see.
the week.
Website. I'm
Yeah,
looking
he
it up
said to
right
I
call
now.
through
thought they
the.
had a special code. I thought they were able to get
No,
that.
well,
No?
Slim Shady said something about like he was going to be talking to somebody about that, but turns out that no, that did not pan out, like he thought it was going to. So unfortunately, no, there's not going to be any kind
Well,
of.
the guy asked me if there was a group of people staying there that weekend, and when I said yes, it's the Slob Olympics. Look up Uncle Lou, and he didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah, like I'm looking at it right now. Here, look, I'll put it on the screen, BVD, so you can see it. Here we go, screen cap.
I paid 71 a night. That's what I paid.
So I don't know if
Damn,
you
For the
nice.
Days In?
can you see this?
No,
Can
it
you
was
see it?
another motel I got.
Oh.
I
So,
can barely see
this
it.
is a-
It's in
okay.
your box, BA.
Let me see. Hang on a second. Okay,
I
I'll
booked a
full screen it.
resort. That's what it is.
Didn't know you were still here. Good to see you or hear you, Matt.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, how's that? Can you see it now?
That's a little better. Yeah,
Okay.
let me blow it
So
up.
right here, this first one, it says 2 queen beds, beach view, non-smoking for $83 a night.
See, that's what he quoted me, but not the 83. 2 queen beds, beach view, non-smoking, $149.50
And you know what? When I
Per
called them,
night? Per
per
night?
night. Per
well, when I
night.
talked to Days In, they didn't even tell me 83 a night.
I think we booked
you-
ours for like $89 a night, but we also, I mean, they're completely out of like king beds. So I mean, the best you're gonna,
Right.
yeah, the best you're gonna get is 2 queen beds. But
Well,
ours is,
That's
I think ours
fine.
is
I
also
mean,
a
that-
2 queen bed, beach view, non-smoking, and I think we got it for like $89 a night. And remember, we're actually going, we're gonna be there on Wednesday. We'll be going up Wednesday.
Yeah, but that's great. I mean, 'cause see, I'm as far as I know, I'm going by myself. So, if somebody else wants to share the room with me, they're welcome to.
Mhm.
it
Long
says
as
here,
long as I don't wake up and walk in and find them naked on the couch.
if I would have booked the Days In, it says here I would have paid 144 a night.
Yeah, that's just looking at these sites, Matt. Somebody, I
Well-
don't know if it was BA, told me to talk to the actual front desk.
Well,
Was that
yeah, I
you,
mean, I booked
BA?
directly, and we booked directly through. This is the actual Days In website too. Like this is not like an outside, like a second party
Right.
website, and we booked directly through like the Days In website, and that's how we got our 89. But so like I said, this is directly on the Days In website, and it's saying for 2 queen beds, beach view, non-smoking, it's $83 a night.
See, I used Expedia. That's what I used.
Yeah. See, yeah, we didn't go through any kind of secondary site.
I see what you did there, Lou, with the whole Cherokee thing. Yeah, I should have free rooms at that fucking place for the rest of my life. As much money as I've donated through Pot of Gold.
Baylor Man says 1 bed to sleep on, 1 to jump on. No, in our case, it'll be 1 bed to sleep on and 1 bed to put our suitcases on because we all know how Uncle Lou packs. So,
I was gonna say you can put Uncle Lou's shoes and hats and
right. So
clothes and pocketbooks and all that stuff on the other bed.
Yep.
Who's
so-
got more pocketbooks, you or Lou?
I mean, I probably say that I do,
Pocketbooks.
but he's got more shoes than I do, if you can believe that.
I can believe it.
Yeah, he's got.
I mean,
more
there's
shoes.
nothing wrong with having a lot of shoes. That's pretty normal, I guess.
Yeah, we did. I think we did pretty well. We did pretty well. Well, I think most of it was me, but I think I did pretty well packing his suitcase for New Orleans. He narrowed it down to what was it, babe? Three pairs of shoes, I think, and the one that he had on his feet.
Are you talking about the Cherokee trip?
No, our New Orleans trip.
Okay. Because I know he had more than 3 pairs of shoes at the Cherokee trip. And he sent me and Squid Tart up there to get something. I can't remember what it was. And I saw all the shoes. I was like, holy shit! This guy's dealing shoes now. But
What's when is the Las Vegas trip?
So I think it's the July 21st through the 26th, but Lou is actually going to be there for and he's going from Sunday to Sunday. So he's leaving Sunday and he's going to be coming back on Sunday.
Wait a
the
minute.
following Sunday.
Did you say July?
January?
Oh, I thought you said July.
No, January
I was
21st through the 26th.
Okay.
damn, Lou's a jet setter now.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I mean, he's talking about well, I mean, we've been talking about this since our New Orleans trip, but I mean, I think that we are actually probably going to be planning to go to Vegas sometime in July around my birthday, too. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something we've been talking about.
You need to stop winning at all these casinos, Lou. You're going to be broke someday.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
He's struggling to figure out what he's going to buy me for Christmas, but I mean, I've got plenty of ideas for that $5,500 that you're carrying around with you right now.
$5,500, is that a jackpot he won somewhere, or
no? That's how much.
Or is that a joke?
That's what he came home with. So
damn.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, that's what he came home with. So I doubled my money, so I was pretty happy too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime you are above the Mendoza line at a casino, you're doing well.
Hey, breaking coming home even is it makes me happy. But yeah, I mean,
that's winning, isn't it?
Yeah, that's winning. That's winning in my book, and I mean, Lou would say the same thing. But yeah,
he's busting my chops about the pot of gold machines, and I get it because you can lose a lot of money quick on those things. But when I used to go to Cherokee every night when they first opened. And we did pretty good on those machines. I don't know if it had anything to do with the fact that they had just opened or I was just straight up getting lucky, but I hit 5 or 6 jackpots on those things. I mean, they weren't big jackpots. We're only talking about like maybe $1,500.
Yeah.
But when you go with $200-300 and say, okay, that's all I'm going to play until I lose it all, or I break even if I'm getting tired of being there, that's not bad winnings.
Yeah.
I always felt good when I hit those jackpots. There's just something about that little bell buzzing.
Right, and the lights flashing.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then sitting there and waiting for them to bring you either a check or your money. I like it when they bring you $100 bills and they're just sitting there counting them $100 bills out in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's getting too close to Christmas, Lou. Stop.
Yeah, I can't afford to go. I can't afford to go to Cherokee.
It's getting way too close to Christmas.
But this close to Christmas, or I'll be coming back home pissed off and being like, sorry, Kayla, you donated your Christmas to the Indian Fund in Cherokee.
Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What you got going on tonight, BVD? Are you and Lawtie doing your show tonight?
I'm doing it by myself. He's taking the night off.
Oh.
That's okay. He's watching his Cowboys play.
Oh, yeah.
I've done 1 or 2 solo streams before. I'll muddle through somehow.
Okay.
You've done a lot of solo streams. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you have done a lot of solo streams.
You know what's crazy is like well, I don't even want to say it, but I do better when I do the random unscheduled streams. When I do,
TK has said something about that before too. Like you always felt like when you did a random stream that those were always the best ones, right, TK?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would always be the ones where everyone went off the rails, and it would just be like,
we had a pretty good one going last night, I thought, when Oni Kuno was on there, and I forget who else came in, but we were having a good time, talking about all kinds of different things, mostly football. And then it got to where I had to go, and I was like, damn, I don't want to end the stream. This is pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's been many times where I felt that way on here too, but shit has always taken me away. Like, I had to go pick up my son from work, but that's all over and done with now that he's got his own car.
That
So,
little
did I tell you about that,
hooligan.
TK?
What was that?
My oldest son bought a car.
Without telling you?
Well, I mean,
Or
well,
well, you're glad he did.
well,
Or
the
wait.
point behind it is he saved up the money himself, and yeah, went out and bought himself a car,
Aw.
got himself his insurance. I mean, like I mean,
Good for him.
I was like, welcome to adulthood, baby.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I don't think you told me that.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember you
yeah. That's
telling me
one of the
that.
many things that had happened since, but yeah, he ended up he's buying a car. I mean, I'm beyond proud of him. I mean, so
I knocked myself out right when you started telling your story. Did you say your son bought a car?
Yeah, he bought himself a car with his own money.
How that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good for him.
Yep. So,
How old is he?
He just turned 23 in October.
Okay.
Yep.
That's cool. I know
So,
you're proud.
I know. I was very proud. I mean, like, and even Lou, like I was talking to him on the phone, and this is while we were I think we were in New Orleans, weren't we? I can't remember, or we were somewhere. I can't remember. And I
It's
was
getting
talking
pretty bad when you can't remember where you were.
I know. And I was talking to him on the phone, and Lou was like, "Is that your son?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, he got on the phone with him, and he was like, "Dude," he was like, "I'm proud of you, man." He's like, got your own car, and yeah, so yeah. So
I guess Uncle Lou's kids are getting up there now. They've got to be.
Well, Luann is 16, and she's driving.
Damn.
And then Lou Jr., I think he's about to turn 15 in January. So his daughter is a year younger than my middle son, who just turned 17 on the 5th of this month, and then his son is a year older than my daughter, who's going to be turning 14 in January, and his Lou Jr. is going to be turning, I think, 15 in January. So
cool.
Yeah.
Getting older.
I know.
Lou better save some of those winnings. He's going to need them pretty soon. Graduation. Well, high school graduation.
Yeah, which will be, next year for Luann. I think she'll be a senior next year, and mine will be a senior next year too. My middle one will be a senior next year. So
right.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we've talked about this. Him and I have talked about this on many occasions about the older they get. Like we were at a Walmart the other day, and like we were kind of just browsing through, like the walking past like the toy section, and like both him and I thought the same thing. I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that bullshit with toys anymore, because our kids are at the age where they just want money and clothes and shit like that, so
Yeah. You know what? My daughter came by today, and I know what you can get me for Christmas, Dad. And I'm like, what? She's like, you can pay for my test. She's taking classes to be a CNA. And I'm like, I don't want to freaking pay for your CNA certification for Christmas. That's not a Christmas gift. I said, talk to your mom and have her give me a call, and me and your mom will split it.
Well,
If I can get
it's
her
funny
mom to
that you
split
say
it.
that, BVD, because like I normally give my children a budget. Now the budget is also based on whatever, because my oldest son pays me rent. So whatever, because normally for Christmas that's what he wants me. He wants me to pay like his December rent for his, for a Christmas present for him. So whatever he pays me in rent is usually my budget for my two smaller children. So we were kind of going Christmas shopping one day, and my middle son, who I said just turned 17 on the 5th, like he is like into shoes, but not like overly priced shoes. There is a store here in the mall called Cola Kicks. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, but basically this store is a place that buys shoes at like regular retail price and like sells them like for 2 times the amount that they're worth. So my son wanted a pair of high top white Converse, but the brand of the Converse was like off white, and they were $200.
Jesus. I mean, I was looking at Lou's comment.
$200. So I was like,
That's
I told him, I was like, if you want these for Christmas, I will get them for you, but you're not getting one.
that's all you're getting.
No, I said number one, you're not getting them until Christmas. So I will. They're going to be wrapped and underneath the tree, and you open them for Christmas. I said, and then two, I mean, that's $200 off your budgeted amount. So. But I mean, he was fine with that. I mean, hell, my daughter got a pair of $170 shoes. So.
What's their budgeted amount, if you don't mind me asking? If you don't want to say, that's fine.
Well, I prefer not to because I feel like that some people will be like, oh my God,
hey, look, they're your kids and they're worth. If you want to use the word worth, they're worth what you think they're worth. If you think your kids are worth $10,000 worth of Christmas, then by God, get them $10,000 worth of Christmas. The way I look at it. I was looking at Lou's comment. He said he was over there today, and where's it a comment at?
Luann stayed for a total of 6 minutes the whole time.
Total of 6 minutes. Yeah, get used to that.
Well, did she at least give you a ride home, though, babe? Because he doesn't have his car, so I ended up having to drive him over there this morning before I went to go pick up my kids.
Is his car tore up or messed up or broke down or what's up?
Well, no, it's in the shop. You haven't heard the story about his car?
No.
Yeah, his car's been at the shop for almost 2 months now. 2 months they've had it.
Wow, so even Lou's car is shopping at Christmas.
So he doesn't. Yeah, so he's been without a vehicle for like almost 8 weeks now.
Okay.
I've been.
Well, at any rate, get used to that, Lou, because it only gets worse. The amount of time they spend with you, like. Kayla's 23 now, and she'll come over and literally be here, like he said, 5 or 6 minutes. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm tired. I'm going to go home and lay down. I'm like, you just freaking got here. Can you not hang out for 15 minutes at least?
Yeah.
And I'm a stickler for making her give me a hug when she comes over.
Right.
And
yeah,
sometimes she'll forget, and I'll wait till she gets all the way to her car and starts it up, and as soon as she starts backing out, I'll text her and say, "Yeah, did you forget something?" So she'll have to get out of her car and come back in, and
yeah,
I don't know. Shit like that's important to me. A lot of guys might call me crazy or say I'm soft or whatever, but hugs from the kids are important.
Oh, I agree.
To me,
I agree. I know. I get upset when I drop my kids off at their dad's house for the weekend, like when it's his weekend, and like my daughter always gives me a hug, but sometimes my 17-year-old won't give me a hug, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, I'm not gonna see you all weekend. Give me a hug, So
really, give mama a hug. I think that my reason for doing it's probably not necessarily morbid, but the way I look at it is I don't want the last time my child sees me to be a bad memory.
Mm-hmm.
So at least, if something happens, this way I know the last time we saw each other, I got a hug from her, and I don't know. It's silly, but it's just the way I think now. I can't help it.
No, I mean, look, what you've been through, you have every right to think like that. You have every right to think like that. Yeah. So I mean, I would probably.
You were supposed to die like 10 times in the last 3 years.
This motherfucker's got 9 lives, like a cat.
Apparently, I've got at least 3.
Yeah.
So,
so.
I'm not counting. I don't want to count, because if I get too many more of those close calls built up, then I'm gonna start freaking out. Okay, the next one's gonna be the one.
What
My
I meant to
be the next.
Yeah, I was gonna ask last night on your stream last night, but what was the cause of this last hospital visit?
Okay, I went to my regular doctor, and he told me when I left there to go to an ER or an urgent care and get a chest X-ray. I think that's what he told me. I honestly don't remember. I just know he told me to go to one of those two places because my doctor's office, of course, doesn't have that shit. Um, so I went to the ER, and every time I go to this freaking ER in Greenville, I end up admitted, and 2 or 3 days later, I'm out of it. And when I wake up, I can't remember what happened. But anyway, they said that I had like some kind of flu and double pneumonia. I'm like, what the fuck is double pneumonia? The regular pneumonia is bad enough, you know. But yeah, so that's what they said I had, and so I was admitted, and once again, I don't know if you'd call it fell asleep or whatever, but I was out of it, and then I woke up 3 days later up in Johnson City. They said they had to
Jesus.
transport me up there because that I was too sick um, for their hospital. And I, after 10 days, BA and TK and Matt, I got tired of sitting in that freaking hospital and just laying back there in a room. You can't get nobody to do shit for you. Everybody always gives the same answer. I'll get someone to do it. You can't understand the CNAs and the people that come in there to check your blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Checking your blood pressure? Huh? What'd you say? Check your blood pressure. I'm like, I can't understand you. Oh, I know. I'm like, how can you? These people kill me. They do. They hire seems like they hire anybody they can get. And maybe they have to. I don't know. But they hire all these people that you cannot understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I got sick of laying in that damn hospital, basically wilting away again. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. So I buzzed the nurse and I said, I need you to get my paperwork. I'm leaving today. Oh, you can't do that. The doctors aren't ready for you to leave yet. They're not ready to discharge you.
So they
I said, I'm
consider
not.
that like an AMA, right?
I was definitely AMA. I
Yeah.
said, I'm not asking the doctor's opinion.
Yeah.
I knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to drain some fluid off of my chest, and probably should have stayed. Looking back on it now, but I was just ready to get out of there because
I don't blame you. I don't blame
I
you.
knew exactly what was going to happen. I was going to lay back there for who knows how many days before they finally come did this procedure, and then when they finally do it, everything's either going to be okay or I'm going to wake up half dead. And so I'm like, I'm not doing it. Fuck this. I'm going home. Y'all text me later or something. And the nurse kept arguing with me. Oh, you can't do this. I said, what do you mean I can't? Watch me. If you don't bring me the papers, I'll leave without signing anything. My cousin's on the way. I'm leaving today.
Mm-hmm.
And they were Johnny on the spot at that point. She brought the papers in there and explained what AMA was. And I'm like, I know what AMA means. And so I signed the papers and I went to fuck home.
Yeah.
And
Look,
here we
I don't
are.
blame you. I don't blame you. I mean, the times where
What is
I
it?
had to stay in the hospital, I didn't. Yeah, I was ready. So
It's awful. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't wish that shit on anybody,
yeah.
not even Vanderbilt fans. I
Yeah.
mean,
All right. Well, I think I am going to end the show. It's a little past 7. Well, 7:24, and I've got to
Shit.
make dinner for my kids. So, but so you're starting the show at 8, BBD.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, you guys. BBD will be going live at 8. So, yeah, about 30 minutes from now. So you guys head on over there after you leave here. So I
Thank you
appreciate
guys
you
for
coming
having
on.
me on today.
Yeah, no problem.
Good to see you home, BVD.
Yes, I'm glad you're home and doing better
Well, I
for the most
appreciate it.
part.
You
For the-
sound
Yeah.
good. You don't sound real. I mean,
My
you
voice
sound-
is kind of still shot from the last 2 visits. They told me that my
all
voice
the
either
intubation.
either it would recover or it wouldn't. And I'm like, oh, that's a good answer. Typical for cancer.
Raj, yeah, I just
Yeah.
showed up and I'm getting ready to end the show.
Raj.
But what's up? Thank you for stopping by. So,
Hey, Raj. Raj.
all right, BBD. Well,
Hey,
yeah, I will
Raj.
see you over on your show then tonight.
Hey, I wanted to ask Raj. Somebody told me that you quit smoking and drinking. Is that
Oh,
true,
Oh, really?
or
yeah,
were they just fucking with me? Because that's awesome,
that
man.
is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
To do
definitely
both
that's
at the
definitely
same
on my
time?
that's on
To
my
do either
on
one.
my
Or either
list.
what? Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, cigarettes are really hard. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
And then Raj, he openly talked about how much he would drink.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, holy shit, man. I was actually
when
worried
did you
about you,
hear
man.
this? When did you hear this? Like,
It's only been a few days. I think it was Thursday, maybe, when I was
oh,
doing
wait, you talked to him?
no. He was in. I think he was in my comments or somebody's, and then somebody brought it up, and that's why I thought maybe they were fucking with me, Raj, because I was thinking as much as Raj drinks and talks about it, to quit cold turkey, that's some badass shit. It's some dangerous shit.
That
But
is.
but
Well,
yeah, I
but
was
but I mean, it wasn't like I mean, he was able to do his job. I think his body was maybe more acclimated to it, and he was a beer drinker. It wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Right.
yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's a lot
sure.
of freaking beer every night.
Well, but what I'm saying is, I guess, yeah. I mean, no. I mean, I realize, yeah, that it could be dangerous to just come off of that cold turkey, like, because doctors in rehabs that when if people, but he didn't drink during the day. I mean, I think maybe it's worse for people who are just like constantly drinking. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm kind of waiting on Raj to answer me. I don't know. Maybe somebody was trolling me. I mean, that's always a possibility on here. But they sounded serious. It was people that I think I was gonna say I want to say Colby was one of them, but I don't think it was Colby.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. So, but I mean, if it
if
is
it's
true,
true,
yeah, if it's true, that's great,
big
Raj.
ups to
Yeah,
Raj. Hell
definitely
yeah,
big ups to. I mean, big congrats to you because that's a
yeah.
tough feat
Yeah.
doing both of those at the same time, nonetheless too.
Like
So.
TK said, just quitting smoking. Shit.
Mhm.
Well, or
Mhm.
like I would think the harder thing, usually people that quit drinking will at least smoke through, to help them deal with the stress
He's
of the
saying
beginning part.
yes.
He said, wow.
3 months no smoke and 1 month no beer. Can't believe it. I had some health issues they sent me into.
Wow, that's awesome, Raj.
Wow,
Yeah,
Raj.
that's great.
It is a
Yeah.
month. I mean, so I'm assuming you didn't quit the beer cold turkey. You probably had to maybe kind of
Yeah,
Well,
wean
wait a
yourself off
minute.
of them.
wean
Yeah.
yourself off.
Was what about at the softball game? He wasn't drinking though. I thought, oh no, he
Yeah,
was.
that's been more than 3 months ago.
Okay, but he's quit smoking because it just seemed like at the
Lou, are you
softball
still married?
game.
See what you did there. Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's Raj, man. I'm
Wow, that's
beyond happy
amazing.
for
Yeah,
you,
that is
man.
amazing.
Yeah,
Congrats, man. That's amazing. So, yeah, I think
good for you, Raj.
I need to follow in that footstep of the quitting smoking thing. So,
Yeah,
I
Raj is
definitely need
Yeah,
to quit
inspiring
smoking.
me. Well, I
me
don't
and
drink, but I
me and
mean,
you
not
both
really.
did
I don't drink
today.
hardly ever, but yeah, I need to.
Yeah. So, all
I
right.
mean, thank you guys. Y'all have a good
You
one.
too. Thanks, BVD.
Later, BBD.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Talk to you
Later,
later.
Matt.
All right, my beautiful friend. Tell everybody what you got going on this week.
Well, I had put up a community post because I was trying to think what time should I have my freaking show. I realized when Vandy Dandy said 6, I was thinking yes because I was thinking 6, but my time. But he was saying 6 Central,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people were saying either 7, 7:30. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do 7 on Wednesdays instead of 8.
Okay, so 7 Eastern.
Maybe 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Okay, so 7
7
Eastern, 6 Central.
Eastern,
Yes.
6 Central. and maybe I may start like you do and start the music at like 6
45.
of 6:45 or maybe 6:50 because if people don't have their notifications, well, no, I guess if they never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Never
it makes
mind.
sense. Look, I was told a long time ago by Lou that yeah, uh, in order for people to quit complaining that my intros are too long, I should start the show 15 minutes early, or however long I'm deciding to play music. I should start the show
Well,
like.
yeah.
So.
Like on my Wednesday show, I only played like 2 songs,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm gonna do that. Like I may start it like at 6:45 and just play music and let people can file in as they may,
Mhm.
and then that way I can just start.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, there you go, guys. So 7 p.m. Eastern time on TK's channel. Her link to her channel is in the description of this video, and you can drop it in the chat as well too. So if you're not subscribed to her, which I'm sure most of you probably already are, make sure that you're subbing up to her and hitting the notification bell. So that way, you're alerted anytime she does go live or will be going live. And look, she's 52. Is that what you said? 52 away?
52 away
52
from
away.
500.
So log into your troll accounts and subscribe to her. So, and then while you're doing that,
Please.
come on over to my channel and subscribe to me on your troll accounts too. So
Please. Please.
All right, my beautiful friend. Well, we will see you next week, same time.
I will see you next week, same time,
And
same
then we will
place
see
here on
you-
Bad Bitch Fuel.
Yes, and then
Wednesday
we'll see
night
you Wednesday
at
night on your channel. On your
TK Live,
TK Live.
aka the Ganja Nurse, whatever I'm gonna freaking do. I'm not sure. I may rebrand, but I love TK and TK Live. But I don't want to be a. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll talk
love
about
y'all.
it.
Mwah.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Bad Bitch Fuel. I really appreciate it. Quick shout out to Atypical Gump for the PayPals. Really appreciate that as well too. I will be back next week, same time, same place. I'm not exactly sure if TK is going to be able to come on exactly at 5 o'clock like she was today because she was able to get out of work early. But either way, I'll continue to do what I do and start the show at 5 o'clock. So hope to see everybody next week. And until then, I will catch you guys on the flip side.